gives us a little bit extra time. It's quite difficult to quantify, but it's given us enough time at the moment to keep going and to allow things to hopefully come to a satisfactory conclusion, by which I mean that the club gets a new owner and somebody that's got the wherewithal and the ability to complete the stadium project, because that is essential to the future of the club.
From a financial viewpoint, what's the perfect result tonight?
A draw wouldn't go amiss, but to be honest, to beat them would be fine, because that would put us in the next round of the cup, another match against Premiership opposition away at Hillsborough. So anything bar a defeat, really.
You're just saying, Jim, watching that is their best chance now, isn't it? Clubs like Oxford, Swansea, to get a plum tie against the likes of Derby or Chelsea. This is a really big night.
This is what the FA Cup's all about. It's perfect football night. The atmosphere is going to be tremendous, and we're all looking for a win from Oxford to make the cup tie even more glamorous.
You mentioned the pitch. Tell me about your best signing. I think he's behind you there.
Well, I was just saying earlier, the slope is an advantage to the home team, but the pitch, tremendous surface, and has been for some time. Since the time Mick here, he was my first signing, and it was the best signing, by the way.
That's Mick, just over your left shoulder. Very well done, Mick. Lovely pitch.
And Maurice Evans also.
Maurice Evans, who won the cup with Oxford United.
A week later, I think it was. a year later.
Hey, Maurice, how are you?
All right.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. Maurice Evans, who won the cup with Oxford United when Jim was at QPR. You left them and went and joined QPR, didn't you?
I did, for my sins, yeah, and that would have been, if I'd have stayed, that would have been the third division, second division, championship, first division, and Milk Cup final in 3 years. So I should have stayed, and I might have got the Man United job.
Let's get the teams tonight. George Gavin's got the details.
Thanks, Richard. As if Oxford didn't have enough problems, they have a goalkeeping crisis this evening. Paul Gerrard, on loan from Everton, can't play this evening, so they've got a youngster in goal, and they haven't got a second goalkeeper to sit on the bench, and arguably their best player, Joey Beecham, is suspended this evening. Chelsea, just a couple of problems. Albert Ferrer suspended, and Lombard is injured. So, Oxford, Elliot Jackson is the only recognised keeper available this evening. He's 21 years old. Mark Watson is a Canadian international. Nicky Banger is formerly of Southampton. Paul Tate joined this month on a free from Birmingham City. Dean Winders is top scorer with 12, 9 of them here at the Manor Ground. And on the bench, 6'7" Kevin Francis hasn't kicked a ball this season because of injury, but he is a big favourite with the fans. And Chelsea, Ed De Hoy has kept clean sheets in 5 these last 6 games. John Terry covers for Ferrer. He's 18 years old. This is only his second start of the season. His other one was in the Cup against Oldham. Michael Dubry returns after suspension. Desailly, who played with Le Boeuf last week for France against Morocco, plays in midfield this evening. Zola and Vialli up front. Babayaro, who's been on international duty with Nigeria and only makes the bench this evening. And the scale of the task facing Oxford this evening, Chelsea have only been beaten by one club in the FA Cup in the last 3 years. That's been Manchester United.
Correct. We're wandering back to the studio with Jim, but I think at this rate it might be a while before we get there. He's a very popular guy in these parts. Keep signing, Jim. So as George said, Manchester United, the only team to have beaten Chelsea these past 3 seasons in the FA Cup. Chelsea tonight. United, of course, are through, but only just. As we begin our coverage of the 1999, more bikes in this part of the world, in this city, than anywhere else in England. Fact. Great seat of learning, of course. That's Radcliffe Camera. All part of Oxford's very famous university. 9,000 inside the Manor Ground tonight, on their way in as we speak. 2,600 from Chelsea. The rest are all Oxford United supporters, and amongst them tonight, Jim Smith, the Derby County manager, who of course had a great spell with Oxford, as we've said, during the mid-80s. But it is Derby County now. Survived the banana skin at Swansea.
Yes.
Was it difficult?
Very difficult, yes. Pitch was a bit heavy, the tremendous atmosphere, Cyril the Swan.
And all.
And we didn't, you know, they really did well, Swansea, and worked us very hard.
Very well. What about this?
Yeah.
Onside, we thought, when we looked at it earlier. That was a chance for them, wasn't it?
Great chance. I don't know whether he was offside, but the linesman thought he was.
Well, he was given. That's all that matters from your point of view.
And then we knew we needed a bit of magic in Carbonari Craig. It was a great chip to the back post, and was into every film.
What did you do differently that West Ham didn't there and that Chelsea have got to do tonight? What's the trick?
Well, I think you've got to certainly be as competitive as they will be. You know, you've got to stand up and be counted. You haven't got to be, you know, just try and play. And particularly, in all fairness, compared to the pitch here, we had to really dig in and not try any frills, just play sensible football and be very solid, really.
If you didn't sense fear, did you sense some major concern from your players about going to the Wretchfield?
On the pitch, I thought, because we actually were disappointed in the way we played. I thought we passed the ball badly. Does that matter, though, on an occasion like this? I mean, you guys want it all, don't you? You won the game. I think I've been a bit overcritical after the game with the lads at half-time, because they think, really, and probably rightly, they've got to do a job. It doesn't matter, no frills, get the job done, either bring them back to Pride Park or win the game, and they did that, really. And I never felt Swansea would score, but I didn't think we would either, to be honest.
So your passing you weren't happy with. Chelsea will have no excuses in that respect tonight on this surface, will they? Which is beautiful.
It's brilliant pitch. As I said earlier about Mick the groundsman, he's done a magnificent job. The slope will work against them. I don't think they'll like that too much, but they're one of the best sides for me in anywhere in Europe, and I think they'll find it quite comfortable tonight.
You can actually see from the pictures there, can't you, the slope? 7 feet, as we said, from one corner to the other. It'll be interesting to see how Chelsea cope with it. But Manchester United are through, and of course the Holders played yesterday. They came through as well. On nights like this, are paid to see. I mean, what is going on?
I'd like to know. I think, you know, we've had it ourselves with one shop. I felt it was very harshly treated. And I think when, you know, you get sent off, there's a lot of things to consider, and the crowd, the clubs, the players. But I think the referees take that decision far too lightly today. I think, you know, it's like we used to say, you have to knock both ends down to get sent off. And I mean, looking at Petit there, I don't know what he said to the referee. It was obviously industrial language on the shop floor.
But that happens in football, doesn't it?
In life, and I think it's unbelievable that he got sent off for that.
My concern is for a player like Petit there, who doesn't need to earn his money in this country. He might just pack his bags at some point and say, look, I don't need this. I can go and play in Italy, Germany, anywhere else in Europe that I like. And you've got a few that might think the same way too. We might start to lose guys like that.
Well, I think he was making noises like that a few weeks ago, Petit, about the number of games, about the referee. And I mean, we have a guy called Carbonari. He scored his first goal in England, Argentinian, first goal in England, local derby at Forest. Made a big show scoring a goal. He's got bringing the game into disrepute. And they all look at that and say, well, don't we, you know, aren't we allowed to score? And all these decisions that referees are making now, and so much player on referees. We have referee leagues now, and the guy out here tonight's the top of it, which, and I think if you're at the top of it, you must be the worst referee in the league. I don't know, but they regard it as
allegedly.
they regard it with pride.
Enough, Jim. You're in trouble. Now let's get our minds back on the good things. How these two teams got to this stage. Chelsea, of course, had a difficult-looking trip to Oldham. Oxford United went in against their fellow strugglers in the First Division, Crewe Alexandra. Dean Windass got the game's first goal for them. Matt Murphy made it 2-0. Seth Johnson then got one back for Crewe. So they had some anxious moments after that. But then Murphy made the tie safe with his second of the game. Chelsea, in white, were at Oldham. 2 second-half goals from Gianluca Vialli steered his team safely through to round 4. Well, that's why we're here tonight, Oxford United and Chelsea. Jim Smith is with us. And of course, the winners here tonight, Jim, going against Sheffield Wednesday. And they have started to find some form of late, haven't they, the Owls?
Some good form, and we're going there Saturday. So,
short trip.
I'm pleased, because I mean, that's one of my team, Sheffield Wednesday, for the Owls. That's my team I supported as a kid.
Is it indeed?
And I'm delighted for Danny as well, because I think he's a great lad, Danny, and they've got some good form going. And Carboni's the man, he's making some tremendous crosses. some
Well, that
tremendous
was
goals.
Emerson Tom's first for Sheffield Wednesday against Stockport in the Cup at the weekend. And then, as you said, Carboni, and you'll have to keep your eyes on him. Good goal here, but maybe the keeper will look back and think he might have done better, Jim.
The manager will, anyway. He'll certainly look at the goalkeeper.
The fifth round draw looks like this. The holders will play either Sheffield United or Cardiff, who have fourth round business to attend to, of course. It's Wrexham or Huddersfield against Derby, Leeds against Wimbledon or Spurs. That's our replay a week on Wednesday, live on Sky Sports 2. Barnsley play Bristol Rovers. Sheffield Wednesday play Oxford or Chelsea, the winners tonight. It's Everton against Coventry, Newcastle against Blackburn, and that's our live fifth round tie. Newcastle against Blackburn, Manchester United, Jim, against Fulham. How much will Kevin Keegan be looking forward to going back to Old Trafford, I wonder?
Well, I think he'll be really looking forward to it. I mean, the result on Saturday was incredible. And what I gather, we had somebody at the game was fully deserved. And I think he'll be really wanted to go there, probably go to Newcastle before anywhere else, but then a second choice would be Manchester United.
On the face of it, you look at that and say United win, but then we said Aston Villa would beat them as well, didn't we?
Yeah, I think Manchester United takes some beating at home, and certainly in the Cup. But the lads have got nothing to lose, the Pullmans, and they're not just lads who've been around the lower divisions, they've been in the top level, they've spent some big money there, they've got some top players. It'll be interesting, but Man United I think will be quite pleased with that draw.
It's Oxford United in the spotlight this evening against Chelsea, and Jeff Shreves has been speaking to Oxford's most famous fan.
Well, the glory days are behind them. Absolutely skint and no future. Where do you go from here?
You talking about me or Oxford United?
Well, a bit of both, really. How long have you been an Oxford fan, Tim?
I've been ever since we got there to the Milk Cup final and we won 3-0 against QPR. Brilliant.
Really, it's been a case of thin and thin since then, hasn't it?
Oh, no, we've had a few high spots. Trying to think of some now. Well, probably a few more lower spots, like the game against Marlow and our last meeting with Chelsea when they beat us 2-1 here.
But why Oxford? Why did you pick Oxford? Because you're not from the town, are you?
Oh, no, I used to work here and I've always supported them. You know, they're a loyal crowd here. It's great, and they treat their football seriously, like Tiddlywinks.
Do you take heart from what Fulham achieved at Villa Park? Do you think you've got a chance tonight?
Of course we have. Listen, tonight's the big night. Tonight is Robbie Burns' night, OK? And we've got the haggis on Chelsea because we've got Nicky Banger, who's Scottish, and then Dean Windass, our biggest ever signing, came from Aberdeen for 475,000 and a haggis. So we timorous beast here will be out there tonight and whoop them.
Tim, thanks for that expert advice. Thank you.
Since they went to the League Cup final, well, in that case, then you're responsible for that.
What, for them going down?
Yeah, Timmy.
No, for Timmy, yeah. We lost, yeah. I was the manager of Queen's Park Rangers. I regret that, yeah.
Right, that's Timmy Mallett's thoughts on Oxford United this evening. What are they saying outside? Can the U's beat the might of Chelsea?
Well, I think we've got a chance. The Cup's a great leveller, cliche I know, but, you know, we can still do it. If Mike Reid can do us a favour and keep 11 players on the pitch for us, then, yeah, get our chance. We've got the slope. I reckon we can do it.
And every confidence. If it's 0-0, 5 minutes to go, kicking down the hill, Francis comes on. Every confidence, yes.
We've got nothing to lose. We've lost 7-0, 7-1 this season. We're just going to go out there and enjoy it, and I'm sure, given the opportunity, we'll win the game.
The Manor Ground's a great leveller, as we've seen over the years, and our cup pedigree is undoubted. So get the glory days back.
Oxford's got a good history of evening cup ties at the Manor here, where we've knocked out some big clubs in the past. So I don't see why we can't. Obviously, it's a tough, thing to do, but I think we've got a chance. Yeah.
I think if we get a good start and score early on, we could hopefully not do a Portsmouth, but do a Fulham.
If Chelsea are not on their form, I think we could do it. But realistically, it's beyond us, I believe, with the situations, finances, and the way their glamour club is beyond us, I think, beyond that. But hopefully, I'd like to see us snatch something. A draw would be ideal for a replay at the Bridge to give us more financial backing and money.
Evening games at the Manor. Historically in the Cup, we've always had good performances. There's no reason why we can't do it. If Fulham can do it, we can do it. Chelsea got all the money. We've got no money, as you obviously well know. We can do it tonight, no problem. We've got a fight in the club. We've got the manager to get the right play out of the players. We can do anything tonight.
Well, let's hope so. We are in Oxford, as we've mentioned. Glorious city, right in the heart of England. That's the Bridge of Sighs. The travellers amongst you will know it's based on one in Venice. It's also very much like the Whispering Gallery at St Paul's. Same theory. Whisper one end and you can hear yourself the other, apparently. 9,000 or so making their way to the Manor Ground tonight for the fourth round FA Cup tie between Oxford United and Chelsea. What a prospect. After the break, we are going posh. We're off to Blenheim Palace to hear from Oxford United's president. He's got a good view up there. Look at that. But it's that sort of night, and they don't happen too much in this part of the world now. Chelsea are in town. Chelsea. Looking ahead to the weekend, at 1:30 it's live rugby union, the fifth round of the Tetley's Bitter Cup as Northampton take on London Irish, and at 9 o'clock over on Sky Sports 1 it's Championship Boxing. Saturday fight night, Julius Francis takes on Pele Reid for the British and Commonwealth heavyweight titles. It's rugby union and boxing on Saturday, Sky Sports 2 and 1 respectively. Jim Smith is with us tonight, knows all these parts very well.
Very well.
Very well, Jim. And the nearest pub to all those sites?
Nothing to where that was just from. That's the Randolph. I knew the hotel there. That was quite nice. But it's a beautiful city.
Still have a good pint in there, don't they?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't drink beer. So. nice bottle of red. It's a beautiful city, and Woodstock, where you're going to go to, Blenheim, which is my home now, is a beautiful place to live.
Well, you mention it. Let's go. George Gavin's the reporter.
Your guide to Oxford begins here, the magnificent stately home of the Duke of Marlborough, built in the 18th century. University colleges, some of the oldest in the world among the dreaming spires. Eccentricity, it seems marine life has more chance of survival here than the football club. Oxford's problems began with the ambitious plans to move here. The money ran out 2 years ago, and the club descended into the unseemly morass of financial crisis. Malcolm Shotton lifted the League Cup for the club in the good old days. Now he picks up the latest bills from the postman. And the food parcels are still coming.
The people in and around, not just Oxfordshire, the whole country really has supported the club in enormous amounts. Good wishes, little donations, but the people around Oxford have really rallied around the football club. As you say, there's been food parcels delivered to the staff in the office, little bits and bobs. As much as you can say, you can't thank them enough. Basically, they've really kept the club going.
What about your own personal position, Malcolm? Did you go a length of time without being paid at all?
Yeah, it was about 9 or 10 weeks, I think. All the playing staff were paid. All the non-playing staff, which was my coaching staff, myself, all the girls and boys in the office, all went without pay.
How did you cope with that? How did you go back and tell your wife there's no money this month or whatever?
It was difficult. Obviously, for some worse than others. But we rallied round and we dug in as best we possibly could. And at the end of the day, we knew that the club would come through in one shape or form or another. Hopefully, it won't happen again. I mean, we had to sell players to keep the club going. That hasn't helped. We've had a couple of major injuries which haven't helped. Everything what seemed to go wrong went wrong. But we're still in with a fighting chance to keep the club afloat. There's light at the end of the tunnel. We've got a couple of people interested, and we're keeping our fingers crossed.
This may be a game between princes and paupers, haves and have-nots, but Oxford do have a bit of class amongst their supporters.
Isn't it awful? I hope these difficult financial situations will be resolved quickly, but at the moment there doesn't seem to be a fairy godfather or a fairy godmother on the horizon who's going to sort these problems out. Obviously, it'd be much better for the city as well if they could move to this new ground, which has been half built, as you've read about. But I'm afraid I can't enlighten you any further on the situation. I love watching football. I don't get to many matches, but I support Sky Sports enormously in this respect, much to my horror of a lot of my family. Not football again, they say. I said, yes, please.
Oxford are in such a parlour state, they may have to plunge a 21-year-old goalkeeper into the fray. What will it mean to you to play against a team like Chelsea?
I mean, I think it's what you strive for since you've been younger. I mean, it's just like they're top of the league at the minute. They're flying, they've been beaten all season. I mean, it's like, well, definitely the biggest game of my career so far.
Surely hard-up Oxford can't bridge the gap with one of the richest clubs in the kingdom.
Everything's on Chelsea. I mean, they have the strengths and everything else to go with it. We're massive underdogs, but we're going to enjoy the game. Great spectacle for our fans to see a side like what Chelsea have got to put out, whoever they put out. And as I say, we're looking forward to it immensely.
The first Duke of Marlborough was a military genius, a man who won battles against the odds because of his tactical brilliance. They'll need a new victory tower if Oxford overcome the odds tonight.
I wonder where the dish is as well, hidden round the back there somewhere, I would have thought. And no, he didn't get dressed in the dark. It could take your head off for that sort of thing, you know. That's not funny.
That was your comment. I agreed with it.
Nothing to do with you.
I agreed with it.
What a state they're in. How on earth have Oxford United fallen upon times like this? Because it's such a pity, isn't it?
Sad, really. I mean, obviously, the gates are limited here, so they couldn't get big gate money. They embarked on a new stadium that collapsed. That must have cost them. Whether I'd gone, I don't know whether they tried to pay more wages than they should have done when they were in the first division. Because I mean, we were never in any trouble at all when Mr. Maxwell and I was here, to be fair. But I don't know what he'd been doing behind my back. I don't know.
Dean Windass is the biggest asset. They spent big on him. It's the club's record signing. I think there were stories today that Huddersfield were interested, since denied in that part of the world, but they've had to sell to survive. They've got the money tonight, of course, some 200,000 from television and gate receipts. And if this fella goes, they can perhaps start to see light at the end of the tunnel. But the problem there, of course, is the top goal scorer's out of the club.
It's a terrible thing because he's a good player, and I think he will be sold. And it will help the club, but it's only short term. When I say short term, maybe a year, but where they're going to be without the top goal scorer, the better players, is in a lower division, Leicester Gates. It's a terrible club.
Catch-22, isn't it?
Absolutely, and they've got no chance to get out of it without wealthy backers coming in and the new stadium being built.
Is it an inevitability, you think, that they will have to sell Windass, that he can play at a better level than this?
I like him, and I think he can play in the Premier League or even a top first division club. And they will do. I was reading the local paper tonight. I think they'll definitely sell him if he scores 3 goals tonight.
Elliot Jackson keeps goal tonight because Paul Gerrard, who's on loan from Everton, can't. Rules of the competition state such. But Elliot Jackson, a young man here who's got a handful of games behind him. Now, what on earth is he going through? Well, he's dropped one. Yeah. Caught it. What on earth is he going through as he warms up, mentally?
Well, mentally and physically, he'll be a nervous wreck. I mean, I think he's played 1 game, hasn't he? Or it's 1.5, I don't know. And to come into this game, and the players, the quality that's going to play against him, and they'll shoot that quicker, they'll see situations. The only thing that may work for him is one of them cup romances that he has an absolute blinder. And he'll have to have
They talk about the early goal, and then from his point of view, an early touch, early save will help him enormously, presumably.
Very much so.
Well, this isn't the first time these two teams have met, incidentally. 1994 in the 5th round, here they came together, and that was quite a tie as well.
Dyer. Mike Ford, the captain, Chris Allen, and Beecham is in here. It's a great chance. It's a goal for Oxford. Kilberg has come forward. Oh, and that was Ford, Mike Ford, against his own bar. Robinson, Byrne, Robinson driving on. Oh, it was Alex Dyer with the header. Burley, Steen, Spencer, 1-1. Here's Mark Steen, trying to tilt it Chelsea's way. The shot from Burley! It has been tilted their way. Oh, against the bar from Kilberg. Peacock. Out of the ground. Elliott heads it on. Is that a handball? Penalty. Penalty to Oxford United. So responsibility with Mike Ford. Oh, he's missed it. He's thumped it against the frame of the goal.
Oh dear. The odds tonight, only one winners as far as the bookies are concerned. 5-2 on Chelsea, 13-2 Oxford, 11-4 the draw. Jim Smith's our guest. He mentioned earlier that 1-1 against Everton here, the early 80s, when Peter Reid found Kevin Brock in this corner, Jim. Everton got out of jail and the rest is history, as they say. But Andy Gray has got different memories of that match. And he's with Alan Parry tonight. Is that right, Andy?
Very much so. He was just down in that corner over Jim's shoulder. It was basically what everyone termed the changing night at Everton Football Club. Going out the League Cup, Howard Kendall under great pressure. Kevin Brock tried a back pass when Jim's side were 1-0 up Richard late in the game. Little Adrian Heath nicked in, kept his feet now. Well, it was icy that night, and he nicked it in, and Everton just went from strength to strength. And then Jim went to QPR, as we all know.
What he doesn't remember, in the last minute or the last second of the game, Biggins, our centre forward, missed an open goal header.
Yeah, you're right, Jim. I don't remember that.
Doesn't remember that.
That's where we should have gone 2-1.
Andy, it's all yours. Alan Parry.
Yeah, back to tonight, and I think you'll agree, Andy, there's been some great games in the fourth round, some great stories, but for me, this match tonight has got the unique appeal that makes the FA Cup so special.
The Paupers against the Princes, isn't it?
It is.
Really, Oxford couldn't be at a lower ebb than they are now. Chelsea in the 25 years I've been in England, Alan, have never been higher. So this, I mean, forget Fulham at Villa Park. This, to me, would be the surprise result of the tournament so far. Even Swansea beating West Ham at their own park, I think this would be the surprise when you take into consideration what the players in this club have had to go through here at Oxford in the last 6 or 7 months.
Let's see which players will be trying to perform that miracle tonight then. Malcolm Shotton, the Oxford manager, is used to dealing with problems, as you've heard. But the rule which forbids lone players from appearing in FA Cup ties has presented him with 2 new headaches. It means that goalkeeper Paul Gerrard and defender Mark Warren are both ruled out. In addition, Oxford's best-known player, Joey Beecham, is suspended. Paul Tate, just signed from Birmingham, plays only his 2nd game, and the attack is led by a man who might well be moving on in the next 48 hours or so. Their record signing, Dean Windass.
Well, what do you say to a team like this? How do you win it? How can they do it tactically? First and foremost, the first thing they need tonight is good fortune and luck going their way. But really, for Elliot Jackson, a young goalkeeper, tremendous pressure on him. If he doesn't play well, Alan, with the pressure I think he'll be under, then Oxford might be struggling. Ahead of him, so important that Lee Robinson, Mark Watson, Phil Gilchrist and Paul Powell at the back play well, keep it tight, try and restrict chances. Ahead of them as well, Banger, Tate, Gray and Cook. They've got to not allow too much space here, because if they do, someone like Zola will exploit it and will eventually harm them. Now, if they can do all that, if they can restrict Chelsea in chances, and if they can match them all around the pitch, then we ask, can somebody win it? There's no doubt Windass is their best bet. Dean Windass from Aberdeen, scored goals, 11 in the league already this season. He looks their best bet, so they'll look for him and Murphy to just try and pinch them a goal.
Well, Oxford squad cost about £1.5 million to put together. Something like £40 million has been spent by Chelsea, who are still missing a host of international stars like Casiraghi, Poyet and Flo, all out injured, and now Ferrer, the Spaniard, who's suspended. But Michael Dewberry is back after serving a 1-match ban. That means that Marcel Desailly goes into midfield. Celestine Babayaro has returned from international duty at the weekend with Nigeria, but he's left on the subs bench.
He's on the subs bench because he played in the 35-degree heat that weekend and they decided not to use him. This is a pretty familiar looking setup. Terry and Petrescu will be in tandem down this right-hand side. I think Lasso and Dennis Wise might, for me, just tuck in a bit and play a little bit narrow infield, because they'll try and get Graham Lasso to come up on that left side. The rest is pretty much as you would expect from here. You'll see Zola just drop off into midfield and play all over the place. Look at him play Vialli in with passes. It's a formidable side, and Oxford really need everything to go for them. The biggest thing for Chelsea, biggest worry, complacency.
Well, there'll be one or two Chelsea players who will never have experienced anything quite like this, but that doesn't apply, of course, to the Englishman, their captain, Dennis Wise, who in fact played when the teams last met in the competition 5 years ago. Chelsea winning 2-1 here in a fifth-round tie. Oxford, as you saw moments ago, missing a last-minute penalty. Chelsea went on to reach the final that season, and by the way, in one of the next rounds, they beat Sheffield Wednesday. And of course, the winners tonight will play Sheffield Wednesday away. And Oban, we shall see. Well, a tiny ground with a sloping pitch. A small club on the very brink of going out of business. Up against one of the glamour teams of British football. Truly, it could only happen in the FA Cup. Oxford United versus Chelsea is just moments away.
Well, Alan's already mentioned it. We've got a real FA Cup tie on our hands tonight from the Manor Ground, live on Sky Sports 2. It's Oxford United against Chelsea. Match commentators Andy Gray and Alan Parry.
Thanks, Richard. Well, this competition all about Wembley, of course, and two players involved tonight have very special places in Wembley history. This is Paul Tate, who, when he was playing for Birmingham, scored the first ever golden goal winner at the famous stadium. That was in the Auto Windscreens final. Not quite as glamorous as the goal that Roberto Di Matteo scored, the fastest ever in a Wembley final. 43 seconds against Middlesbrough, of course, to win the FA Cup for Chelsea, who tonight will get the game underway, playing in their change strip of all white against an Oxford team who cost just £850,000 to assemble. I think there'll be one or two in the Chelsea ranks that might think twice about accepting that as a signing on fee. £27 million is how much it cost to put together this particular Chelsea 11. Oxford playing up the slope in the first half, which is just what they would have wanted. They love to attack their favourite end down the slope in the second half. Foul there by Lasso. First free kick to the First Division team, who are third from bottom in their division, up against the Premiership leaders, of course, tonight. Interference by LeBeuf. An easy first touch for Edgar Hoy, the big Dutchman.
So it'll be interesting to see how Malcolm Shorten sent his team out, how to start. I would imagine he'd like them to start pretty quick, Alan. Get the ball forward. Try and get some pressure on. And if Chelsea are a little lazy to start with mentally, then that's the time to catch them out. Not many teams have caught Chelsea out this year.
Ball coming off Paul Powell, a very promising young player playing at left back. The youngster Elliot Jackson is only 21 in the Oxford goal with that first clearance. Make him feel a little better. And here again is Powell. Quick and skillful player. He gives it away on this occasion to Di Matteo. Look for the early ball to Vialli, cleared by Robinson, the Oxford right back and captain. And they go forward now with Dean Windass, an optimistic effort from a player high on confidence, leading goal scorer here with 12 this season.
High on optimism as well from there. I think he could have gone wide. I thought there was a good ball on to Nicky Banger, but he decided from something like 30 yards there to go. It's such a bad thing if you hit the target, that, Alan. Test the goalkeeper early, gets the crowd up, gets them going. You've got to hit the target. Dean Windass didn't do that then.
The header away by Gilchrist. Taken down beautifully by Windass, but he wasn't able to find Nicky Banger on the right-hand side. Banger, a player who's played in the Premiership for Southampton. He was there in the days when Alan Shearer was also just breaking through into the team.
New ball already. Obviously not happy with it, the original ball. Just changing it.
LeBeuf, Desailly turns it on. Headed away by Mark Watson, Canadian international who's only recently signed for Oxford. And Powell with a difficult problem here. Put away with the first missed kick, but still Chelsea come forward. And then the clearance by Cook. Windass really up for this one. The Yorkshireman hustled out of it then by Desailly though. Vialli, lovely little ball, tailed down the outside by Vialli, and the young goalkeeper Elliot Jackson took a risk but got away with it.
Well, he didn't have. That's what I meant. You've got to be lucky. He comes into no man's land here. I don't think many keepers would have come out this far, Alan, but he really does take a chance coming out there. The Tresby nicks it over him. Well, they're really struggling, but if it's your night, you need things like that to happen.
First corner to Chelsea. Desailly on the near post. Dubry coming in behind him. And behind for another corner kick. Clearance by Paul Tate. Only his second appearance for Oxford tonight. Just signed from Birmingham, where he hadn't played first-team football for 19 months. And again, loose marking gives Di Matteo a glimpse of goal. And now Petrescu. Early pressure here, relieved in the end by Nicky Banger. Up against Wise and in a difficult corner. Leboeuf. And here's Dubry. Good challenge to dispossess him from Gray. And it sets Cook free. Leboeuf made the interception. Desailly finding Vialli. Now Graham Rousseau with space and time to come forward, but mysteriously presented straight to Watson. Then the ball given away to Vialli. Both teams guilty of misplaced passes there. Good run by Banger. And the referee, Mike Reid, got in the way there of Jamie Cook. Oxford keep possession, however. This is Matt Murphy. Turned on by Tate. Good ball too out to the right. And Leboeuf in the right place, but here's Tate who can strike the ball. Didn't quite get it right this time. Murphy made what I think might have been a shot into a cross, but a header wide.
Oh, it's a bright opening start. I tell you, Oxford, they're up for it. The manager's setting them out on the front foot. Little casual with that clearance, Frank Leboeuf. It's not a chance. It needed to be guided, the header, a little bit narrower. The referees arrived over at the touchline. Not sure what's going on.
Having a word there with the fourth official, Gary Willard, Mr. Reid, the man in charge tonight. And it looks like the lack of money here at Oxford stretches to the old bicycle pump, because apparently each of the footballs they've tried so far has been not to the referee's liking, not fully inflated. Bit of an embarrassment there for Mick Moore, the stadium manager, but we have to say in praise of him, the Oxford United pitch tonight in rather better condition than the football. Malcolm Shotton sees the funny side of things. Well, George Gavin was in amongst that conversation. George, what was it all about?
Well, it's the first time I've heard of this, Alan. The Chelsea players were complaining the ball was too hard and they couldn't kick it properly, so they changed the ball because it was too hard.
Well, that's an old trick, Andy, isn't it? They used to soak them in water, didn't they, in days gone by?
What are you asking me for? I've always played when they've been plastic coated, I love you know.
Oxford by fair means or slightly unfair. Get going again down this left-hand side. It wasn't a bad ball into the middle, and there was real danger there. Chelsea, for once, were caught on the back foot.
Well, I think there's a goal there. That was an absolutely magnificent run from Paul Powell. Wonderful driving run. And I think what happens is that I don't think they think he's getting there, because no one goes in on that. Right across the 6-yard box. I just thought Matt Murphy was on his heels. Malcolm Shotton is wondering why is no one wanting to tap in, because that's what it would have been. I just think that Powell surprised his teammates by getting there. What a bright opening. I said complacency might be Chelsea's biggest opponent from themselves tonight. They're getting a shock early on.
Well, Malcolm Shotton promised his team would be up for this and go for it right from the off, and the players have been as good as his word so far. And there's another good-looking ball to Cook. Interesting one to the back post. And again, Chelsea didn't look too comfortable. There's Powell for Oxford. And it's another good ball in. Murphy not offside, as Chelsea were claiming yes in the end. The linesman did flag. The decision goes Chelsea.
It's a lovely ball in again. Yes, a lovely ball in. It really tested Michael Dubry. And I don't think Murphy needs to foul him here. Do you know, as this has come back, the ball's played in, and Michael Dubry's really struggling to get any distance, Alan. And had he not given the free kick away, look where it drops. Dropping at the edge of the box. What he's done, Murphy, is relieved the pressure. I think Vialli won't be too displeased about this start because, you know, as a manager, he would have warned his team about this. Certainly Graham Lasso and Dennis Wise would have done. And it might just shake his team into life.
Young man John Terry, who's been brought into Chelsea's team tonight, getting that ball all wrong. It's only the second match he started. The first, in fact, was in the previous round against Oldham. Lombard, who might have played in the right-back position, injured. And Lasso in the left-back position, dispossessed. And again, Oxford looking bright early on here. Murphy out again to the right.
Well, I was going to say they look hungry for it, but if we get that many foot passes, I wouldn't be right in saying that, would I?
Here's Weinstein, Chelsea captain. Good little ball for Zola. Vialli spins away to his left and he picks him out with a lovely ball. Vialli's first touch for once, almost uniquely, not that impressive. Lasso. And a good clean catch by Elliot Jackson. Cook. Murphy slipped. Dubry didn't. Zola. LeBeuf. Bollinger kept the pressure on. So the ball finds Vialli and LeBeuf has continued his run forward.
Outside of the post, that, sure. Goalkeeper looks like he had it covered. They're looking for offside. They're furious with the linesman. Must have been close because it's a very good run. But as he plays it and carries on, I thought he just held the line. It's tight. He's onside, the far side. Looks to try and bend her in. Goalkeeper's got it covered. Outside of the post, no real danger there.
Well, a lively opening 10 minutes here at the Manor Ground. And the Premiership leaders Chelsea, unbeaten, remember, in league matches since the opening day of the season, have certainly not settled that well here.
Well, it just looked like they cleared their head now, Alan, to me. Just starting to put one or two passes together, and the big worry always is that at the level they play at, if they do get a chance, they are more than likely to take it.
Here's Di Matteo. Lasso down the left. Vialli and Wise in the penalty box. Zola arriving. He wasn't able to make the cross. He thinks he should have had a free kick, but the verdict is goal kick. Chelsea beaten only twice all season in a total of 31 matches in the various competitions.
It's impressive.
But in the Cup Winners' Cup, of course, in the quarter-finals, they come up in March. Oxford's problems, of course, well known to all. Only one win in their last 8 games. That was in the FA Cup in the previous round, 3-1 at Crewe. And the club, £14 million in debt. We don't even know if they'll survive the season. The Hoy's clearance, a poor one, straight to Windass. And then when he found Murphy, he found him offside.
Unlucky. Poor kick from Ed de Hoy. But Frank Leboeuf does well. You know, he might have been caught in there. But watch Leboeuf sprint out as soon as Windass controls it. Looking to play offside. Up goes his arm. He knew exactly what he was trying to do, Leboeuf. Got it absolutely perfect.
Lovely little header from Vialli. Finds Petrescu. Di Matteo. To Saeed. Given away to Cook. It's a free kick, foul by Di Matteo on Jamie Cook, who's only 19. It's just the 4th game he started this season. Made his debut last season, one of the many local lads in the Oxford squad. Martin Gray's free kick. And slack marking allowed Windass the header. Here's Cook again. Goal kick.
Pity. Lots of support in the box. But again, sloppy marking. Free kicks travelled 40 yards. No real attempt to win it. Windass was allowed a free header. I think Malcolm Shorten will be, I think, pretty pleased with the start this team have made.
Year in charge now, one of the club's most popular players ever, of course, captain when they won the League Cup 13 years ago. Nicky Banger with the long route back to goalkeeper Jackson.
They're certainly testing the young lad's nerve, aren't they? Playing them that kind of ball with pressure on him. So far he looks like he's enjoying it.
He made a dozen appearances in the first team. this to be for a long time, to Phil Whitehead, who's now at West Bromwich Albion. They had to sell him, and also their outstanding young fullback Simon Marsh to Birmingham, simply to stay in business earlier in the season. Headed away by Watson. A massive figure of Dubry pumping it back in. Here's Terry. Certainly plenty of height across that Chelsea back four.
Yeah, the one thing you notice about Oxford, they're not the biggest side in the world. I mean, they have Kevin Francis on the bench, all 6'7" of them, who not only hasn't played this season, but has trained very little. Very bad knee injury. Huge favourite, right-hand side of your picture there. And a huge favourite here. I think even at the weekend did he jump into the crowd and was helping them voice his support for the team.
That's right.
And they have him. I think he's taking a risk here in the hope that his team are still in it with 5 or 10 minutes to go, and we might just see the 6'7" frame thrown on then.
Leboeuf. And now Dubry back in the side tonight after a one-match suspension, in the best form of his career. That was a glorious ball too. Vialli up against Les Robinson. And the clearance by Watson. He's the Canadian international, capped over 50 times by his country. He had been playing in the Swedish league before Malcolm Shotton heard about him and picked him up on a free transfer. Free kick to Chelsea, who would much rather, I think, then referee Reid have allowed them the advantage.
Well, I talked about the lack of height, and on the other hand, Chelsea with Desailly, with Dubry, and with John Terry, the 18-year-old, who must be 6 foot plus as well, along with Vialli's ability there. We do have a fair selection of targets who want to put it in.
And all on the edge of the box for this free kick. Prearranged signal, and Zola delivers it in. Desailly couldn't quite reach it.
Well defended.
It's a corner.
Well defended, Phil Gilchrist. That's what you need to be at times, touch tight. He was with Desailly. You just got to watch the edge of the box. Petrescu and Di Matteo. If anything comes out, Alan, you're getting fired straight back in again.
They dealt with it, but there is Petrescu providing that danger that Andy talked about. But the shot charged down, and Oxford could break here. Well, Murphy just didn't have any support.
Well done, Jamie Cook. Talked about Petrescu just lurking there. And had Jamie Cook not sprinted 30-40 yards as the ball was in flight, and Petrescu would have been just taking aim under no challenge at all.
The strength Oxford team tonight, remember, because Paul Gerrard on loan from Everton, their goalkeeper, can't play, nor can Mark Warren, who's been on loan from Leyton Orient. The rules don't allow loan players to appear in FA Cup matches, and their best-known player, Joey Beecham, is suspended. Foul there on Desailly. Down the line to Zola. And the linesman indicated to the referee there was a foul on the little Italian.
Well, I'm not so sure, but it's another dangerous area to defend. I'm not so sure about the free kick, I mean. Good delivery from Wise if he wants it.
Zola in the end gets it in to Desailly, and it's deflected off the defender for a corner. Certainly there can be no complaints from Chelsea's point of view about the playing surface here. It's a good deal better than the one at Stamford Bridge, in fact.
It's beautiful, much better than Stamford Bridge.
Then the flick on at the near post, this time from Dubry, almost caught Oxford out. There's Leboeuf. And Graham Lassell. There's a lot of pressure in the last few minutes on Oxford. Vialli wins another throw.
Yeah, but it's at times like this when you defend, Alan, you're underdogs, You defend, you get numbers back, you make it difficult. You accept, I'm afraid, that you're going to be under pressure. That's a corner. Well, that is a corner, but well, that's ridiculous.
Well, it's deflected. You could hear it, let alone see it. No wonder Chelsea players are complaining. Neither linesman nor referee gave what was an absolutely obvious corner.
Well, I'm not surprised Mike Reid didn't see it, because he's not there. But the linesman, who's just given a foul for almost nothing, decided that quite a blatant corner. He didn't quite see it. Maybe he was looking for offside.
Lucky break for Oxford. Gray for them in the middle of the field, turning it on. And there's a lovely looking ball for Murphy. Well, he did the right thing initially, turning inside Dewberry, then just lost it.
Yeah, at the risk of contradicting you, son, I think he should have hit it. You know, as it was played through and it bounced Alan on his right side, I just felt, go on, son. A night like tonight, it might be a night.
He got a couple of goals in the last round victory at Crewe. Here's Terry. Petrescu. And a good ball forward for Wise. Watson's clearance. Nice touch there from Jamie Cook. And confident football.
That's a lovely ball. Sorry, Alan, that's a lovely ball in. From young Paul Powell again. He's got a very sweet left foot, the lad. That's the right area.
West Brom were interested in signing him as well when they got the goalkeeper from here.
Well, I'm not surprised in what I've seen so far.
Robinson clearing under pressure there. I think they were expecting the goalkeeper to come and claim that one.
Wasn't the keeper's for me. I think it was defender's job to deal with it.
Here's Wise again. And again. Oxford determined enough to win it back. And Windass delivers the long ball. Tate should get on the end of it. There's danger. Robinson. Disappointing ball by Oxford's captain.
Well, it's a disappointing end to a move that showed some promise, but they've split them now. A 3v2.
And a great ball for Zola. Now they've got enough men back to make it difficult, but the danger hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, they did ever so well, you're right. 7 yellow jerseys eventually got back, but that's where you've got to be so careful. You put men into attack. Les Robinson went up, Paul Tate was up, and suddenly the short numbers at the back. But watch how quickly numbers get back in. There's 5, 6 and 7 will appear any minute. That's what they've got to do. I think the one thing you wouldn't want playing against Chelsea, Alan, is the game open too much. You just feel with the quality that Chelsea have, that if it opens up the game and gets spread quite a distance up and down the pitch, that you would get picked off eventually.
The birth of a glorious long ball and almost split the defence down the middle. Just carried on down the slope to the goalkeeper.
The movement of Vialli again. There's much to admire in it. It might not be the quickest Gianluca Vialli, but any young kids that get a chance to go and watch him play, just watch his movement. It really is a joy.
Here's Cook for Oxford. Hurried clearance by LeBeuf, not like him. Windass battling away, that is like him. Very competitive player. Now Desailly for Chelsea. Lovely ball. Vialli. Now Terry. Gets it back from Zola. Di Matteo. Chelsea methodically and neatly build before the long ball aimed at Zola. Well spotted by Gilchrist. Chelsea winning it back in midfield with Petrescu, and now Di Matteo, and Vialli perfectly placed just ahead of him, and here he is. Good tackle. He's still got the ball remarkably. And Oxford survived by the skin of their teeth.
Not a good tackle, Alan, a brilliant tackle from Mark Watson. That's what I mean about the plays. They get picked off. Beautiful football from Chelsea.
Wise. Keeps the pressure on. Petrescu in the middle on his own. Gilchrist gets it away. Di Matteo's shot. Now Tate. He keeps giving it away, and that's danger. But fortunately for Oxford, that's offside.
Well, offside there, but it needed a massive tackle from Mark Watson moments earlier, Alan. Vialli looked like he was just going to pull the trigger. He waits to Matteo. Look at him, wait, and then delivers it. One touch, now he's looking to hit. But look how quickly Watson gets round. Really good defending. Might have just got a little bit away from his body, Vialli. And that just gave Watson a chance to get over.
The ball winning it back at the other end. And Dennis Wise. Oxford certainly not looking like a team low on confidence, beaten 5 times, remember, in their last 8 matches in the League and Cup, and 3 of the last 4 games here at the Manor Ground have ended in defeat, including that 7-1 thrashing by Birmingham. The second time this season that Oxford have conceded 7 goals. The other was up at Sunderland in September. Now they're on Windass. And still in some pain by the looks of it, Dean Windass.
There's another Everton link. Talk about injuries and fitness. The physio running on now from my old days. Looking a little slower.
Magnum, they call him,
Magnum, John Clinkard, yeah. He was our physio during their glory days in the mid-80s at Everton.
Contender for the best looking physio in the league, possibly.
I never ever went out with him. Well, it's an injury to the back of the head. Frank Leboeuf just comes up. Little CD elbow, just catches him. Accidental.
During the break, let's just remind you what's coming up later in the week, beginning with tomorrow night's big Worthington Cup semi-final. Andy and I will be up at the Stadium of Light for Sunderland against Leicester. Sky Sports 2, our programme begins at 7:30. And then Arsenal-Chelsea is our Super Sunday match, 3 o'clock. The ball in towards Banger there, the header by the defender. Leboeuf over his own bar and out for a corner.
Well, that's a great ball. You know why, Alan? Because it's right in the middle of goal. Central, it means that you can go and attack it. It means that defenders have got a problem in dealing with it. And Frank Leboeuf certainly had a problem. Dealt with it well.
Oxford's first corner. So big Gilchrist up for it. The header on the near post keeps them in possession. Oh, well played, young Cook. And a decent ball back in. Windass couldn't reach it. Tate could behind him. Back to Gray. Windass lost this eye rather easily that time by young Perry. Robinson loses out in the challenge, but then didn't the second time. Gray. Murphy's offside here. Desai for Chelsea. Lovely layoff by Zola. Terry has given it away. Gilchrist guarding it safely back. Chelsea with this fantastic FA Cup record in recent years. In fact, over the last 3 seasons, the only club that has beaten Chelsea in this competition are Manchester United. And they've been finalists, Chelsea, twice in the last 5 seasons. Took Leboeuf to make another important interception to save them there. Vialli, lovely little touch with Zola. Given away then by Robinson. Watson had to come and win it back, and Tate cleans it up nicely. Windass.
He's done well so far, Dean Windass, Alan. Held it up well, got people into play well, looked busy and bright.
There he is again, a nice little chested pass to Tate. Good ball from him, finding Cook. The early cross aimed at Windass. And Dubry gets it away. And the slope will make sure that goes all the way through to Jackson.
I just want to look back at that last corner, Alan, because if I'm not mistaken, Matt Murphy has a really good chance here. Now watch as it comes in near post. Murphy's right at the front post. It bypasses the front now. I just think if you get a little touch on that and direct it goalwards, you've got a great opportunity.
Powell's header. He's there again. Cook. Offside.
Unlucky. I tell you, unlucky. I say Frank Leboeuf obviously knew what he was doing. He held his position. It could only be a yard. See Leboeuf looking for the offside. He doesn't know what's behind him. Graham Lasso has a good line on Leboeuf.
Nicky Banger. Murphy totally unmarked up ahead of him. He didn't see him, but Robinson did.
Well, if he got that ball there earlier, that would have made all the difference. Frank Leboeuf had taken the free kick on this right-hand side, Alan. He had to make 40 yards across the pitch to get to Murphy.
That's a very good ball by Terry. Bialy lies in the middle, so is Zola. Bialy can try again. Free kick given against Paul Powell.
Yeah, that's obstruction, that's all.
Just 20, Powell. He's been in the England under-21 squad before now.
And at the moment, the free kicks they're giving away are free kicks that are wide, Alan. That's okay. At least it gives you a chance to deal with it. You know the cross is coming in. You know if you're tight, you're marked up, you've got a chance of dealing with it. Where they don't want to give free kicks away are 20 yards from goal central.
Gilchrist got it away this time. Frank Leboeuf. Bialy could be on the end of this, but the goalkeeper was decisive.
Yeah, I think 30 minutes gone. The goalkeeper's not really had an awful lot to do with the young lad, Elliot Jackson. We've been pretty pleased with that in the Oxford bench.
Robinson. Good play again by Nicky Banger, who goes down, but no free kick's been given. To Saeed, Lasso.
The game's really high tempo, Oxford. I mean, I wonder how fit they are. They're putting an awful lot of energy into their game.
And a foul goes against Dewberry this time. Gray tried to take it quickly, but the ball was moving.
Nice little ball in as well. Again, that's a pity. Dean Windass took up a great position. If you can feed balls into front men and they can get it under control in the box, you know defenders can't tackle you.
Nicky Banger, it's a decent ball in, and there's a problem here. And Ed De Hoy had to get there as the ball dropped invitingly for Matt Murphy.
Well, Watson won the first header. I don't think he's ever going to score. He's under too much pressure. But what he does, he gets the goal, and again, Murphy. Well, he's the one who's come closest. And close on one or two occasions, Matt Murphy, to making the right contact.
This is Tate. Pump it straight back in again. Cleared by Lasso. Good clearance too. It's picked out Zola. Calm defending from Gilchrist. This is Cook. Banger. On to Windass. Trascu making it hard. And in the end, the foul has gone in his favour. Defence by Nicky Banger. Trascu takes it early. Zola has killed it instantly. Bialy in the middle. And that's another corner for Chelsea.
Well, they've got to be careful. Their concentration really has to be up 100%. They switch off for a moment at any time, Oxford. You just worry about them being punished. At the moment, their concentration's been excellent.
Dewberry forward, so is Terry for this corner kick. And again, the goalkeeper was decisive in that melee of players, and indeed was presumably fouled. Free kick to Oxford.
I'm not so sure he got there, Alan. I thought he came out and didn't quite get there. There were a lot of people went up. It's ahead of his defender. And there's a Dean Windass back there. Well, he's showing no nerves. You talked to him earlier. You thought he was a little bit edgy, nervous. I suppose that's understandable pre-game. But he's certainly not taking those nerves onto the pitch with him.
In his third game this season, Elliot Jackson in the Oxford goal. As yet, he hasn't really been called upon to make a save, but he might be now. Zola offside, however. Vialli furious with the linesman.
Well, he's asking the question. It must have been close. I think Zola was offside, not Zola, Vialli this side, but I'm not so sure, and he isn't. The ball's played, and neither of them are. You can see why the question is asked.
And a hurried clearance by Terry relieves the pressure at the other end.
And that's what I mean when you need a little bit of good fortune for the underdogs. You need decisions to go your way.
Ray plays it forward. Murphy in hard. And no, the referee in fact has reversed the decision and given it to Chelsea. And Oxford thought they got the throw.
Well, they know they're going to have to earn it tonight, Chelsea. I don't think they ever came here thinking it was just going to be a case of turning up winning the match. I don't think that was ever in their minds. If we wondered how hard it was going to be in the first 35 minutes of this match, it's shown them that. Always the most difficult goal to get when you're big favourites is the first one. Because at 0-0, the underdogs just seem to have an edge. They have that extra bit of energy, belief that they can cause an upset. Malcolm Shorten knows that only too well.
Best performance in the competition, the quarter-final, 35 years ago now, when they were members of the old 4th division, and there was Mr. Ron Atkinson strutting his stuff on this ground.
Not sure as that describe it quite like that.
That's how he described it.
Oh yeah, well yeah, history rewritten many times over, I guess. Ask Jim Smith, he'll tell you the truth.
Watson's free kick, a decent one. Murphy.
That's a free kick. That's a free kick.
Got kicked on the chest by Dewberry. Good position this.
It's a stupid free kick for Michael Dewberry to give away. He can't win the ball, Alan, because Murphy's done his job in protecting it. But look at the boot. It's high. It's a free kick. No need for it. Just a little rush of blood. Now, we'll have worked on this in training. Malcolm Shorten knows that. We'll have practiced free kicks from this area if we get one, lads. These are our options. And whatever they've chosen, the most important thing, work the goalkeeper. Make him save it. This might be their only chance.
And that's he's got a fantastic shot on him. He's fancying this.
Well, he's back far enough, isn't he? He's having a little run at it. He's having a look at it, Dean Windass. Jamie Cook and Martin Gray on the ball as well.
The dummy runs to try and fool the opposition before Windass. And that was close. That was mighty close.
Oh, that's unlucky. I tell you, that's only inches. I think if it's another, 2 foot to the left as we look, that's in. It was low enough. It was very close. Beautifully taken. Oh dear, dear. That's very close. But that's what I mean. Needs to work. That's on target to score, doesn't he?
Windass, the club's record by. And he got a clout on the head then from Michael Dewberry. There's a good ball though to Vialli. Gilchrist the defender. Chelsea support arriving. Zola in the box, so is Wise. But it's a goal kick. Good defending.
I thought that was a corner, I have to say. I thought Vialli got there. He overran it a little, and he was really struggling. He wasn't getting the cross in. But I honestly thought he got there before the ball crossed the line and played it against Gilchrist. There he wins it. There Gilchrist pushes it out. Corner.
And I think he's making that very point from Mr. Reid. I don't think Chelsea are too happy with the linesman on this side.
Well, it's a couple of corners and an offside he's get a couple of corners he hasn't given, an offside he has, all to the benefit of Oxford.
Well played, Paul Powell. Here's the other youngster, Jamie Cook. Good ball too, Murphy. Windass, beautifully swept pass. And Banger gets the cross in towards Windass. Foul by him.
Some lovely football, I have to say. My first real look at Oxford this season, Alan, but Malcolm Shorter's got them passing it about. Performance like this, it makes you wonder why his side are, what, 3 off the bottom of the First Division. But the next big target is certainly half-time. I think we're so close now, just about 6 minutes. I think he'd like to get them in, give them a good rest, 15 minutes to rest their legs and think about a few things.
And then down their favoured slope in the second half. So important for Oxford that they keep the score as it is at the moment. Or do even better, of course. 6 minutes of the half remaining. Yali trying to lose his marker. Clearance by Matt Murphy. They signed from non-league football originally. When you look at the pedigree of most of these Oxford players and compare it to the CVs of the Chelsea side, well, talk about a million miles apart. Lasso, given away. Yali wins it back. Chris gets it away again. Dewberry pumping it back in.
Well, another thing you need when you're looking to perform a giant killing is the team you're playing against tonight. It's Chelsea not to be at their best. And Villa were certainly not at their best against Fulham. And I think if Chelsea's certainly in for the first 40 minutes of this match. They haven't quite been at their best as an attacking side. Taking nothing away from Oxford.
They're knocking it about sweetly now. Robinson with the cross, aimed at Windass. Should be Ed de Hoys. At 6'5", you wouldn't expect him to miss many of those. Dennis Wise. Put back to intercept. And then gives it away inexplicably to LeBeuf. There's Wise again. Now Bialy. That's a corner.
Well, the fans behind the goal don't think so. They thought Bialy was the last one to touch this, and they're absolutely right.
Well, the keeper couldn't quite reach it. He was a little bit lucky then, Elliot Jackson.
Defenders have done brilliantly again, Alan. That's twice now he's come in and not quite been strong enough. His defenders have won very big headers.
And the early ball out for Murphy. Good work by Di Matteo, though, in the middle of the field for Chelsea. Expected this to be a stroll for Chelsea. Very much mistaken from the evidence of what we've seen so far. There's Banger. Tate. Now Robinson. Looking for Windass. And LeBeuf. I was going to say arrogantly, but it was so beautifully done. He won it back with style.
Yeah, he did brilliantly. I'm not so sure that was a pass he picked out. Crosses on 18-yard box to Dennis Wise.
Here's Lasso. Bialy makes the run forward. And the foul goes against Robinson.
Referee just indicated that he felt Les Robinson uses his body here. I'm not so sure he's done an awful lot wrong. The full-back, the captain.
And Oxford's longest serving player, almost 9 years here now, getting on for 400 appearances.
Big free kick this, Alan. Just a minute and a half, 90 seconds of this half. The stoppage time. Defended him very well so far. Another one to deal with.
A pack of players around the penalty spot here as the compensation goes on.
I wonder if Zola would be ridiculous enough to try a shot here.
You weren't wrong. And the 21-year-old goalkeeper was on his toes.
Well, you know when Zola's around, he's always prepared to try things. The first thing he's had to deal with, I just wonder if he was aware as well. Right foot, Zola that side. Well, I've enjoyed that. Nice touch from Zola, just patted the keeper.
Here he is again. And Wise. Plenty of targets in the middle. Givateo. Lasso. Leboeuf. And space for Terry. Zola still there. Anxious moments these for Oxford United. But the goalkeeper in control. And he's had a good first half. The fourth official has just indicated there will be 3 minutes of stoppage time added.
Well, it seems strange, Alan, 3 minutes. I know there's been a couple of injuries, but the game's slow. There's been no team.
I think it was all the footballs they were trying out early on.
Might well have been, yeah.
Foul there on Nicky Banger gives Oxford their chance to produce a bit of pressure late on here. Down the line for Windass. Trying to lose Lasso, and did so. Oh, well, that was an interesting cross.
A corner.
And it is.
It's obviously just clipped Graham Lasso. It was a brilliant take from Ed de Hoy.
Line was right there. It's a little touch. Obviously, you can see it arcing back into play. Super take from the big goalkeeper.
So a late corner for Oxford United, who've done very well in this first half against the Premiership leaders. And that's not a bad effort either from young Powell.
Well, I said he's got a sweet left foot, and that showed it there. That was beautifully struck.
Beautifully struck. It's a long way out. The bounce just deceives Gianfranco Zola, but one touch to set it, the second to strike. Not difficult for Ed de Hoy, but a fine strike from the young lad.
Danger finding a bit of room. And now leaving it to Cook. Here's Gray. Powell. Forward for Murphy. This is Windass. Good ball. Good vision. Robinson. 3 in the middle for Oxford here. Leboeuf beats take to it. Gray turning it forward. Windass in a good position. And the shot by Gray could have gone anywhere through a crowd of players, and it's deflected for another Oxford corner.
Good finish to the half from the home side. Could be the last moment of the first half.
Terrific noise around the manor ground.
Yeah, there might only be 9,000. Missed the front man if you go near post.
He could only pull that one away from danger. Windass. I think he was relieved to hear the whistle at Dean Windass. His attempted cross charged down. But he's come as close as anyone on the field to breaking the deadlock in this FA Cup 4th round tie. A brilliant free kick just over the bar. And certainly Oxford have had their moments, and quite a few of them in the first half here. But with the Premiership quality of players like Zola, this tie still in the balance at 0-0.
Now then, Sunday night, we have got a very special night. It's America's biggest sporting extravaganza, the Super Bowl, and it's exclusively live on Sky Sports. The Denver Broncos take on the Atlanta Falcons. That's Super Bowl 33, exclusively live, Sunday night, 10:30, over on Sky Sports 1. It's the FA Cup tonight, Oxford and Chelsea. Jim Smith is our guest here. I'm very pleased with, I was going to say his boys, I suppose they are tonight so far. Goalless it is, and they've matched Chelsea virtually all the way so far up the slope. They will be going down the slope, attacking their favourite end during the second half. No bookings yet, or should I have said that? So reaction areas. Possession mainly Chelsea's, but Oxford United in every other respect, Jim, have done a very good job for Malcolm Shotton there, haven't they?
I think they're a super job. I think they've played very good football. I think they're trying to make it a good game instead of a cup tie, you know. I think they want to get amongst them a little bit more and make it a little bit more direct, and instead of trying to, I think they're putting putting themselves on show and say, look at me, how good I can play, come and buy me, you know, rather than making it a cup tie. Hopefully down the hill they'll get amongst the defence and
just rattle them a little bit, just upset them and maybe get them arguing amongst themselves a touch, eh?
That's how I see it, because I think Chelsea are just playing a little bit, we're okay boys, we've got no worries, and I think if you get amongst them, particularly as I say down there, big Francis on, I think you might just make it
interesting. They have defended well, to be fair, haven't they? There's not been too many scares.
They've done very well.
Very good job back there.
They've done very well.
Vialli away at one point and got caught legally by Watson. Made his mind up and got in the way. And the ball didn't go quite where Watson was looking.
It was a very important tackle and a very good tackle.
And then the two most dangerous moments, the two free kicks. Windass very close with this effort, very close. Was the keeper getting there?
No, I don't think so. I think if it had just been that little bit wider on the bend, he got too much bend, he would have been in, well, a bit lower obviously, but he would have got, I think it was an excellent free kick.
And we wondered, Andy called it, Zola matched it with one the other end, and this was going in, wasn't it? Look where this was dropping.
It was in. It was a good save. We were all saying the same, that the goalkeeper was in the wrong position, but obviously
well, you were concerned about his near post, weren't you?
I thought he'd bend it in sharper and nearer, but I mean, the young keeper's done well, actually, to be fair to him.
When you think about their financial situation, maybe they're playing for the draw here, Oxford.
Well, possibly. I don't think so, but I think Chelsea are.
Just to get them back.
Yeah.
So down the hill now. The instructions are simple, are they? Get amongst them, bomb them, and then see what we can do.
I think so, but I mean, they've also got to be aware of Chelsea on the break, and I think sometimes the better teams enjoy playing up the hill because the ball doesn't run away so much. But it'd be interesting, and I think if Oxford do the same and just add a little bit more bite to the game, I think they've got a chance.
It's been a very anxious night so far. If you're an Oxford United supporter, they've more than acquitted themselves. Oh, close. Close again. Look at that. That sort of night. The second half comes next. There's more football tomorrow night. The Worthington Cup semi-final first leg between Sunderland and Leicester. That's 7:30 here on Sky Sports 2. At the weekend, Stoke play Manchester City on Friday at 7, again on 2, and on Sunday at midday, it's Birmingham against Bradford, two teams pushing very hard, I think we can say, to join Sunderland in the Premiership next year. Sky Sports 1, Super Sunday, 3 o'clock start. We're at Highbury for Arsenal and Chelsea for big games coming up over the next 5-6 days or so. It's the Manor Ground tonight, Oxford United and Chelsea. If you've just joined us, it's Oxford United 0, Chelsea 0. Oxford attacking this half down the famous slope here at the Manor Ground into the corner that they like. Now, can they find a breakthrough? Or are Chelsea, as has been the case for the most part this season, going to survive here? Let's rejoin our match commentators, Andy Gray and Alan Parry.
Thanks, Richard. Welcome back. What has the second half in store for Chelsea? Twice FA Cup winners, the last time a couple of years ago. They haven't lost an away tie in the competition for 6 years, a total of 11 games. But I think they would agree they would have to improve on their first half performance to blow away what has been an excellent performance so far by First Division Oxford United, who can be well pleased with the way they play.
I don't think Chelsea have just quite been at it, Alan. I think that's the word to use.
Well, let's quickly join the Oxford manager, Malcolm Shotton, who's with George Gavitt.
Malcolm, how do you think you've done in the first half?
I think the lads have competed very well. I was more than pleased with their attitude and the commitment. Yeah, we've done not bad.
Are you tempted to throw Kevin Francis on?
I think going down the hill, he's got a good chance of coming on the second half.
All the best, thanks.
Thanks very much.
So there we are, you heard it from the manager's mouth, big Kevin Francis, and believe me, when we say big, we are not exaggerating, 6'7". So in theory, since the slope here at the Manor is 7 foot from one corner to another, if he stood in one corner, you wouldn't be able to see him from the far corner. Not quite sure that's true. He's a very obvious figure, and he certainly will liven things up if he comes on.
I wonder if that sounded as much dribble to the people at home as it sounded to me.
I told you once I got 1% in a maths exam.
Absolute tosh you were talking there. I haven't got a clue what you're on about. Let's get on with the game.
He has. And he's got a very good scoring record as well, Kevin Francis, to be fair to him. Almost 150 goals in his career, particularly good record in the FA Cup as well, a goal every other tie. Tate winning the header against Wise, and they're held back by Watson. Deep kick by Jackson. Dewberry's clearance only reaches Powell. Challenge coming in.
So a good little battle at the far side, on the left side. You've John Terry there, only 18, Powell 20, and Jamie Cook 19. Smashing little tussle between the three of them.
LeBeuf with the headed clearance. And the ball over the top. Windass prepared to chase it, so was Murphy, but now the slope working slightly against Oxford as it picked up pace. Terry had to clear though.
That was the beauty of the ball. It sat so soft, Alan, that the defender would love to have let that just run out. He had to deal with it, the pressure he was under. And he's obviously got a long throw as well, this young lad.
Out of the way by Dewberry. Petrescu completing the clearance. Desai. Quiet game by his standards so far. Di Matteo plays it on to Zola.
I think the ball's been quiet midfield. I think the quartet, an incredible array of talent, and internationals across there. Petrescu, Wise, Desai, Di Matteo. I don't think any of the four of them have quite been up to speed tonight.
Foul there by Di Matteo on Tate. Robinson waits for the big guns to get forward. Aimed at Windass, LeBeuf got it away. Tate keeping the pressure on though. And the Sows conceded another throw.
A positive start yet again to the half. Started brightly in the first half. And again, they're the team who start the half in the ascendancy, Oxford.
Danger doing well to come out with the ball. Robinson's cross is good. And almost turned in on the near post. Windass then couldn't reach the loose ball. Comes out to Gray. And that shot took a nasty deflection as well, but it did take the sting out of it for De Hoy.
Well, Murphy's the one again, Alan. And Windass has been the striker who's been involved more in the play, but there's no doubt the better chances and opportunities have fallen to his partner, Matt Murphy. There's no great height in the cross and he looks there, he knows it was a chance. Looks to play it, just catches him on the end of the toe. Wasn't an easy chance. And this shot from Gray in the follow-up, well, it's pretty comfortable. The deflection took all the pace off it.
Good control by Graham Lasso. Now Desai. It's Terry again. We're getting plenty of height on the clearance. Tate is there to win it back. And LeBurt's giving it away here. Cook. Flagged up. Windass caught offside. Vialli perhaps got the shout from Zola behind him, but anyway, Watson gets it clear. Di Matteo, lovely little ball for Terry. Petrescu. Now Di Matteo again. This is Dennis Wise, the Chelsea captain. Zola. And a little scrap there involving Dennis Wise and Gray, two men whose disciplinary records would have a pretty thick pile, I think, at FA headquarters.
Nothing, just a quiet walk. Dennis thinks he gets a little nudge here, and he certainly does. He's quick to apologise, Gray, but Dennis was having none of it, a little shove.
All in day's work for him.
Well, he's here again, isn't he, the little Italian? Eyeing up the situation, having a look. Almost like a golfer bending down, seeing which line he wants to hit this shot. I'm sure it's going to be a shot, right foot.
And once again, Elliot Jackson equal to it.
Well, it might have looked bread and butter save at home, but the one thing that made it difficult was the bounce. Sits just in front of the goalkeeper. And that's one of those, if you're not concentrating fully, it comes off your chest. Someone taps it in.
Gray turning it long. Nicky Banger battling with Graham Lasso, and he's done well there. Won his team a corner.
Well, they got in the back of Graham Lasso. The England defender did well to get back. The good little tussle that comes off Graham Lasso's heel. It's a corner.
And where the Oxford fanatics are gathered behind that goal, they're attacking now.
Well, the best player on the pitch has given them the lead. They had an absolutely superb first half, Dean Windass. The corner, it's just about perfect. Missed the front man out. That's the important thing. Windass just easy jump Perry out the way. And then with the header, you direct it down. There's no one on the near post. The goalkeeper just can't save it. Not from that range, Alan. That's the start to the half. The manager also desired. Now we have a game on. Chelsea, below par, under the weather. At 0-0, we're probably thinking okay. At 1-0, they know there's a job on.
Goal number 13 of the season for Dean Windass, who might be on his way, possibly in the next 48 hours. What a way to sign him off if that is the case. But Chelsea have immediately won a free kick, taken by LeBurn. Dewberry far edge of the area. Tate hopes to get it away. Dewberry is still in there. Now we've got a tie and a half. Wise with the shot. Goalkeeper saved it and smothered the loose ball as well.
Brilliant save, keeper. Zola and Vialli were preying on that.
So Chelsea, with a team that cost around £27 million to assemble, one down, but Vialli, the manager, can equalise, and the keeper saved it again. What a night he's having.
I told you he's got to play well right at the top of the show. At the moment, he's doing exactly what's needed. That was the first real chance for Vialli. A little sloppy for the first time. Concentration for Oxford. Defend strongly for 10 minutes. That's the important time for me when you've scored. First 10 minutes after that. That's a lovely save. It's not Vialli's strongest side. When he hits it first time, it's across the goalkeeper. Not only does he get there, it sticks.
Petrescu goes down under the challenge from Les Robinson. Chelsea free kick.
You know, sometimes for a big team, it's the best thing that can happen to you. Suddenly there's urgency around the Chelsea players. It wasn't there for 50 minutes. It now is there.
And Oxford close to going out of business because of their debts. Lead one of the glamour teams of British football by a 1-0 here. And a break on for Nicky Banger. Chelsea getting men back behind the ball hurriedly. He's got the pace down the slope to lose Zola for one. And slips it to Tate. Here's Cook. Twisted and turned Dewberry and wins his team a corner. They scored from the last one.
Well, he gave Dewberry a chance, you know. We know he come back on his left foot. I thought he should have delivered it. But he wanted to go outside onto his right. Gave Dewberry the chance. He can't produce again.
Fantastic noise now around the Manor Ground. He only just got that one clear. The free kick has been given to Chelsea.
No, it just gives him a chance. Get settled. Suddenly the urgency's there. LeBeuf very quick to put the ball down and play it.
Zola. Petrescu. And back again to the Italian. Petrescu. Clearance whacked clear by Watson. Anywhere would do then for the Canadian international.
Yeah, you wonder. They got the goal. Suddenly you wonder, are they going to sit? I think it's important that they don't be negative. They carry on trying to force the play at the other end without being reckless. I don't think they can afford to just sit back and let Chelsea have the ball.
Here's Di Matteo. Chelsea's throwing. Dennis Wise. Bastow. Watson again got it clear. A bit of gallows humour from the Oxford fans. We're bust, but we're beating you, is the cry.
Oh dear. Football fans, brilliant, isn't it?
They have been particularly brilliant here in Oxford as well, with collections around the city, and as has been famously mentioned, food parcels sent to the office staff who went without any wages for a couple of months. So too did the manager, and the PFA had to step in to pay the players. Huge debts, an unfinished ground, which work started on and then promptly finished a couple of years ago. The builders walked out, unpaid bills. It is no exaggeration to say that Oxford could be out of business unless consortium with plenty of money comes in to save them, but that's all for another day. Tonight is all about the glory, a Dean Windass goal that will go down in the record books for them.
Lovely header. You see the way he just eased them out the way at the near post, didn't need to jump. The ball was so good, delivery was perfect.
Dennis Wise. Zola.
When you think that's only the second goal that Chelsea have conceded, Alan, in the 7th game. That's right. It shows you we talk about the quality going forward. Forget about how good they've been defensively recently.
The Arlington did in. Dennis White on the near post for the chance. It's deflected behind for a corner.
Well, Mark Watson, I'm not quite sure what he did. He looked to lose his footing at the near post. Lovely ball in from the alley. The pressure's mounting now. He looked to lose his balance, almost dive and head it as it was up on the ground. Incredible defending, but that's what's needed to preserve the lead.
Wise himself takes it. The goalkeeper beaten to it. He's taken a few risks tonight. Terry's header sailing over.
Well, that's 3 times now the goalkeeper's come into no man's land. He's young, he's inexperienced, and situations like this show that. You come out there, you've got to take everything. You know, I think at that stage you've got to stay on your line, let your defenders deal with it, and anything that comes your way on the line, then you can save it. But Kevin Francis starting to take the tracksuit off. I thought he might get 20 minutes, Alan. It looks like he might get a bit more.
As Gray goes forward again in a good position and goes down. huge penalty roar from the crowd behind the goal. You'd expect that. Mr. Reid shook his head. Play goes on. Bialy up against Robinson.
Well, I thought there was a tussle there, and it looked clumsy from Desailly. I thought it would have been a harsh penalty.
Petrescu. Coming up to an hour of the game gone. And Oxford United, third from bottom of Division 1, lead Chelsea, the Premiership top team, by a goal to nil.
Well, that's what makes this competition brilliant. People say it might be losing its sparkle, its shine, and no matter what happens from now on, for an hour, this has been a pretty special night for everyone round at Oxford.
Here goes the goal scorer again, Windass. Gray. Watson.
I don't think
a bit early in the night to be doing that, isn't it?
You're under pressure though, he didn't panic.
Very good ball forward by the goalkeeper as well. Murphy couldn't find a way through the bodies. Desailly almost caught there by Tate. He was, in fact. Free kick goes against the Oxford player.
Subs coming on now. Malcolm Shorten looking to attract the attention of the referee. It says Matt Murphy who's coming off.
And the applause will tell you how popular Kevin Francis is. He'll be replaced here by Matt Murphy, or take the place of Matt Murphy. Kevin Francis making his first appearance of the season, would you believe?
Well, Malcolm Shorten is no shorty, but just look how Kevin is towering above his manager.
He's had 2 operations on a serious knee injury, hasn't even played a reserve game, only had a couple of training sessions, but the roar of approval from the Oxford fans will tell you how popular he is. He got 7 goals in 15 games here after his move from Birmingham last season. Played at top level briefly as well in his career with Derby County. The tallest player, certainly outfield player anyway, in the professional game, 6'7".
Well, anything that's not long, you would expect him at least to make it difficult for Leboeuf and Dubry to clear it comfortably.
Frank Leboeuf, a World Cup winner. I doubt if he's ever come up against a player quite like Kevin Francis in his career.
He's not just tall, he's powerful as well. He's got a great physique about him, Kevin Francis.
He can inevitably look a bit clumsy. Even his teammates describe him as Bambi on ice.
Yeah, well, if Bambi sticks one in tonight, I think they'll forgive him that.
And he might get his first touch here. Windass.
And there's an example of what I mean. He didn't win the ball, but Leboeuf had no chance of heading it. Windass obviously knows that. He was running forward, anticipating the ball coming through.
Lovely little ball, Zola to Dennis Wise. They've certainly moved up a gear, but they've got to.
Well, they moved up a gear. You've got Di Matteo and Petrescu at centre-forward positions now. Suddenly midfield players are trying to go forward.
Leboeuf finding Zola. Robinson across the cover.
Concentration's been first class, you know, at the back. But it's got to be like that, Alan. It's got to be like that for another 27 minutes.
Foul on Wise by Gray means another free kick to Chelsea. Kevin Francis might be quite useful here in his own penalty area as well.
It's quiet, isn't it? You think they're 1 up, you think this place would be jumping, but there's almost an air of disbelief.
Petrescu shot blocked. And the clearance finds not a single Oxford player even near the halfway line. Leboeuf. Nicky Banger kept calm. Gray, that's a good ball. And suddenly, Chelsea are looking a little stretched as young Cook takes them on. Confident effort.
Oh, lovely break. Talking about Oxford, they've got some good players. You look at Banger, Tate, experience, Windass. And that was all about Nicky Banger not panicking when he had the ball deep in his own half. Eventually, Jamie Cook decided to go at them, never threatening the goal. But they've got to do that. They've got to a little spell themselves occasionally, even at 1 up. Oh, that should be a free kick.
And there's Terry fouling Jamie Cook. Well, the glory days for Oxford were in the mid-80s when they had 3 seasons at the top level and won the League Cup 1986. If they could beat Chelsea here tonight, this match would rank alongside almost anything they did in those days. Kevin Francis does win the header. Gray. And they'll keep the pressure on here with another long ball towards the big striker. He's even bigger than Ed De Hoy, and can't say that about many. And in the end, the referee's given a free kick for a foul by Francis on Michael Dubry.
I don't think he's given a free kick, Alan. I think what he did, he saw Francis and Dubry clash, and that's what Jim Smith's talking about when he says get amongst them a bit more. Rough them up. But he's going to give a drop ball. Kevin Francis just give it back. He was concerned that the knock was on the head of Michael Dubry.
Dubry finds Weiss. Vialli caught offside. Sunderland against Leicester is our offering on Sky Sports 2 tomorrow night. What a match, what an atmosphere that promises to produce at the Stadium of Light in the Worthington Cup semi-final. And then on Sunday, another terrific match involving Chelsea as they visit Highbury for our Super Sunday offering. Chelsea have just been away for a mid-season break in Tenerife. They're very much back to business tonight. The sunshine, the golf courses will seem a long, long way away for Gianluca Vialli's team, who, remember, have only been beaten twice all season, once at Coventry on the opening day back in August, then at Wimbledon in the Worthington Cup match in December. Team struggling for league points, just 2 out of the last 21 that they played for, incredibly, are leading by a goal to nil here. Excellent work again by Powell, but Dubry steps in to win it back for Chelsea, and here he is again. Frank Leboeuf. Got a little ball out. And again, Vialli offside.
Good line. You work on holding the line. The 2 centre-backs, Watson and Gilchrist, just talking to each other. It's important then, when the centre-backs have got it right, that the full-back isn't tucked round. That's pretty good work. You'd expect the back four to get it right. Malcolm Short coaching and managing them. Centre-back that he was.
Gray for Oxford. Difficult ball there for Cook. And given away. Cook can try again. Finds Gray offside though.
It's a pity they couldn't have worked a position to cross it. Just looking down at the area, and Kevin Francis had just pulled on Graham Lasso. I don't think Graham fancied the difference in height. Challenging him. Look at that.
Gilchrist, who's had a really steady game alongside Watson in the heart of Oxford's defence, winning it again. Jackson's clearance. Now Tate. Foul there by Roberto Di Matteo. Robinson hits it early. Lucky there, Windass, and lovely skill by Frank Leboeuf. Petrescu, Di Matteo. There's no question of a foul, he slipped. Powell. Leboeuf hitting it early, looking for the manager. Robinson got there ahead of him though. Tidy layoff by Windass. Robinson doing well to keep that in play even.
The important things for
Oxford at the moment is they're not hanging on. And the pressure has not been so sustained that, you know, you feel them creaking at any minute. The game's at a nice pace for them. And, Chelsea haven't upped it and made it frantic yet.
Leboeuf. And Kevin Francis has certainly made his presence felt.
Well, I think that's clumsy, but I don't think there's anything other than that. I really don't. I'm surprised that Mike Reid thinks that's worth a booking. And he's 6'7", you call him, he says like Bambi and Ice. Not been that kind of game.
First yellow card.
Well, it's a goal that the supporter will get tired of seeing. Lovely near post corner and a super little header. The question is, 20 minutes to go. Can they hang on?
As Gray turns it forward to the scorer, Windass. His layoff finds Robinson.
That's a good ball. I tell you what, Jamie Cook just didn't go. It was a super ball for him. And he just got on his way earlier.
But in the end, the decision has gone in Oxford's favour.
Free kick it must be then. Certainly can't be a throw-in. It can only be for obstruction, looking at the referee with his arms straight up in the air. Obviously felt Terry obstructed Cook as he was running for the ball.
And now they've got Francis to deal with. And his header! Almost in slow motion. Saved by De Hoy on the line.
Well, it's almost impossible to mark Alan if the ball's in the area that he's in. He doesn't quite get the power, Kevin Francis, probably because he's coming back from goal. He's backing away, he has to go and meet the ball and then turn and direct it. Comfortable save in the end, but the threat was there for all to see. But it's been a very subdued performance from the league leaders in the Premiership.
Still, you look at the quality of players like Zola, and you know this game could turn again, but I think Oxford are deservedly in front here. 71 minutes gone.
I couldn't have the scoreline.
Desai. Lasso. Well, it looked like a foul had been committed there, but the referee allowed play to go on as Watson fell to the ground under pressure from Petrescu. There's Desai. Di Matteo helping it on for Terry. The early ball for Petrescu, took that down beautifully and finds Vialli. That took a little deflection. Chelsea have a corner.
Well, again, it's well defended. As to say, Alan, they've got pressures of players around. Petrescu does well to feed his manager, and I tell you, the pressure was good. Nowhere for the Italians to strike.
Oxford hold on. Leboeuf.
Yeah, could see it, couldn't you? As soon as he went past. The first player will look to be striking it. Just a little bit closer. And then it wouldn't surprise you if he hits the target.
Well, I don't suppose you'd ever get a manager or any of his players or any of his fans admitting it or wanting it, but I guess from Oxford United's point of view, the best thing would be a replay at Stamford Bridge and more much-needed cash. But at the moment, they've got their eyes firmly on glory here.
Are you sure? They want to win this game, that's it, and then go to Sheffield. They'll take that.
Here goes Zola. Headed away by Watson. Lasso. And he's lost possession. Oh, well played. Nicky Banger. Tate went in hard there and has left Leboeuf in agony on the floor. As play goes on, the referee saw nothing wrong with the challenge. And a good ball finds Kevin Francis. Oh, an incredible catalogue of errors there, which has cost Oxford United the possibility of a second goal.
I think that's the match. I think this is the match. He's offside and it doesn't give in. That's when he looks like Bambi and Ice, Kevin. He could have taken it down. He could have controlled it, steadied himself. He get a bit of luck. I think it was, I'm not sure who it was at the far post. Cook came in. Again, he could have stopped it, shakes his head. Glorious opportunity.
Well, here's how Frank Leboeuf hurt himself or had the injury inflicted?
Oh, you can see he gets caught there. He goes in two-footed, Frank, but he goes in for the ball. Gets caught by Tate right above the knee. It's always easier to see that when it's that kind of pace, slow motion like that. Happened very quickly. Mike Reeds thought there was nothing wrong. I think he probably thought both tackles might have been illegal, so I'll let it go.
Quite a good opportunity to remind you of the number to call to place your vote for man of the match. It's 0660 11 22 33. That's 0660 11 22 33. And Leboeuf goes off gesturing angrily at Tate. But we repeat, the referee did not give a free kick. It won't bother Tate one bit. He's claiming total innocence in the whole thing. Leboeuf in an angry argument with Malcolm Shotton on the touchline. Graham Ricks calms things down. Vialli had a little pop at Tate as well. And Leboeuf has just limped back onto the pitch.
A little unsavoury. But this is the incident. He overruns it a little and both go in. You can see 2 feet, then the ball in. I mean, I think at normal speed, that's a really tough call for Mike Reid to make. And I think he did do the right thing in letting it go, but if you are injured in a thing like that, you obviously complain about it, as Leboeuf did.
Windass, Francis. Dewberry came in hard. The referee kept his whistle out of his mouth.
Well, it's just picked up the pace. And that mainly because we're approaching close to 80 minutes now. Chelsea know they have to get something from somewhere.
Into the last quarter of an hour of this intriguing tie. Oxford under pressure. Good work again by Mark Watson. And you can't fault the performance of, well, really any of the Oxford defenders tonight. As a unit, they've performed exceptionally well.
I just wonder if they'll live to regret that glorious opportunity for Francis then Cook.
Here's Lasso. And it's come through to Di Matteo! The goalkeeper is proving an absolute hero for Oxford tonight.
I'm not so sure that wasn't the centre-back, Mark Watson. I have to say, Alan, as he goes in, I thought this is it. Great step over from Zola. He looks to take it. It is Watson. He gets over. It's a magnificent block. 2 centre-backs have been absolutely exceptional.
And Tate heads it away straight against the referee as it happened. Here's Lasso. Gilchrist clearance. Desai. And then the shot. And the goalkeeper again has produced a brilliant fingertip save. And Dennis Wise can't believe that he kept that out.
Oh, Dennis won't have many better than that this season. Steps forward, almost 30 yards, bending into the corner. Super save from Elliot Jackson. Precious building, but you'd expect that.
Jackson lost it in the melee. Di Matteo straight back into the crowd. Oh, this is real cup tie excitement now. Leboeuf roundly booed for that earlier incident. They have got a man in, and big Kevin Francis is up in support as well. It's the same 2 again, and Cook has picked him out.
Great break. Great break. Applauds the pass, and rightly should. It was a super ball from Cook. He waits, he doesn't rush the young lad, he has a look, he takes his time, and then he feeds a beautiful ball. But look at Dennis Wise. 1 minute striking it, goal at the other end. The next 10 seconds, he's back getting an important block against Kevin Francis.
Fired in with the intention of reaching Francis on the near post, but never did. And in any case, a free kick has gone in Chelsea's favour here.
Well, it's getting close. They can taste it now. Substitution to be made now. Graham Ricks down in the touchline.
Looks like a double change, in fact.
Desailly and Petrescu coming off.
And Babayaro and I think it's Goldbeck are going to replace them.
Well, I think that means Babayaro will play left side, Dennis Wise will go central, Goldbeck, I guess, will go just straight over to the right side in place of Petrescu. Well, in actual fact, Babayaro's going, I think, left back, and they're pushing Lasso forward into the left side midfield position.
Leboeuf hits the free kick in towards Vialli. Gilchrist gets it away. Goldbeck gets his first touch, the Danish international. And Di Matteo finds the slope, working against him.
Well, they're in no hurry now to take these. Throw in, free kicks, corners that they get, they will take their time. You've got to be careful that the fourth official sitting down there adding it on.
Here's Dean Windass. Leboeuf gets across to cover. Into the last 10 minutes. Why do they go so slowly when you're winning? Why do they go so quickly when you're losing?
Malcolm shot his watch. You think it's stopped? I assure you, Malcolm, it hasn't, mate.
On the verge of the biggest win, certainly, of his managerial career.
Yeah, that was an important word you mentioned. They're on the verge. A bit of work to be done yet.
Robinson with a mishit back pass, and the goalkeeper, for me, although he's came and lost it a couple of times on crosses, has not put a foot wrong when he's had to tonight, Andy.
Well, I talked about concentration, and I talked about it being right for 90 minutes, and the skipper, of all people, almost got bits of howler, rescued by a young and inexperienced goalkeeper. He's been superb, you're right.
He's got a point to prove, I guess. Obviously disappointing when Paul Gerrard was brought in on loan from Everton. Foul on Zola. Chelsea free kick. 9 minutes to go.
Well, what they've done, of course, is taken off Desailly, who is really a target, and reduced the options.
Tate gets it clear. Gray into a half, almost deserted. Babayaro. It's a brilliant ball. Wise with a little header, trying to pick out Vialli, couldn't do so. Robinson's clearance, and Cook again gets in behind the defender.
Absolutely brilliant, son.
Took it out of the air, didn't he?
Great touch. 19? Goodness me. What a touch. Looking at it over his shoulder. Superb, son.
Windass. Throw in, not quite a corner. Almost was as Leboeuf cleared.
This is where they've got to be tight. I'm talking at the back Oxford, Alan. This is where it's dangerous. They might be up here, but if they lose possession at any time, the lads at the back are going to be tight on everyone. Another substitution coming up, looking down below me. Mark Nichols, ready to go.
There was a yellow card there for the Oxford skipper, Les Robinson, for the challenge which has led to this free kick here.
Well, he ain't too bothered about that at this time of the match, I wouldn't have thought.
He might be in one sense, so it's his 8th caution of the season, so if they do get through to the 5th round now, I think that would mean that he would have to miss out on that day. But they daren't allow themselves that forward at the moment. Another foul by Robinson, this time on Vialli.
I think he's unlucky there. I think Vialli miscontrols it. He never got control of the ball. The ball comes up, but he's miscontrolled it. And, I think it's a little half.
Time running out for Chelsea. A goal down. 7 minutes to go. Gusteau finally delivers it. Difficult ball there. Headed away by Powell in the end. All the pressure now, as you'd expect, from the Premiership team. Wise.
Terry's taken a whack and hasn't got up yet. He's still in the penalty area.
As Goldbeck plays it in. Oxford hang on again. Dennis Wise. And still Terry lies injured. Lasso. Zola. Curled a neat little ball in, and Wise hits it on the volley over the bar though.
Good hit. Difficult hit, but a good one. Well, there's Gray and Wise again in each other's face.
And finally, that means an opportunity for Terry to get some treatment. Let's see how he did it.
Well, he went off back post and won the header. I'm not so sure it's when he lands. He come down awkwardly. He was stiff-legged when he landed there, that right leg. You're feeling that.
Well, this ground used to hold 20,000 on a regular basis when they were in the top division. Restricted to 9,000 capacity tonight. And with 5 minutes to go now, they could be about to witness one of Oxford United's greatest triumphs. And with due respect to Fulham, surely the biggest cup upset of the season.
Well played. Good pressure. That's super. Two front men putting Michael Dewberry under so much pressure. He's just played it aimlessly out of play. Last throw of the dice. Nichols on. Well, I have to say I'm surprised. I think when you're talking about magic and people, and he's been the brightest forward for me, Zola. I'm a little surprised at that.
You didn't look too pleased with the decision to take him off.
Desperate measures. Maybe Nichols will just give him that little bit of pace. And at the back, Alan, in the last 5 minutes, if they can get it beyond the back four, maybe that's what we're looking for.
Suddenly, if Oxford have got possession again here with Nicky Banger lining up a shot. Good effort.
Yeah, it's never threatening. It's always spinning wide. Cuts inside. He's always going to go right side, Nicky Banger. You can see it's always arcing away from goal. Now Malcolm Shorten. Is he going to shore it up? Nicky Banger's last piece of action.
Yeah, ironically. He goes off to fantastic applause. Well, applaud anything at the moment. And the Frenchman, Christophe Remy, comes on in his place. He's been a regular in the side recently anyway. A right-sided defender or midfield player with an elegant touch on the ball.
Well, if he does nothing else but walk up and down the right side defensively, he'll have done his job.
And it could be quite a 24 hours for him as well. His wife gave birth to their first child only yesterday.
Well, I'm saying nothing because at this moment yesterday I was saying here Liverpool were almost in for a famous victory. So I'm keeping my mouth shut in that respect.
3 minutes to go. Oxford United about to dump out the multi-million-pound glamour side Chelsea from this season's FA Cup. And if they do, who do you think deserves that title? Man of the match. 066 0 11 22 33. Callers now. Leboeuf. Still going, Leboeuf, but there was no way through in the end as Robinson denied him. Lasseau. Remy gets his first contact and gets enough of the ball to stop Lasseau in his tracks.
Yeah, well, I think that's the case now. I think they've just got to put it forward there. Put it into the corners if they get it Oxford. For Chelsea now, it's getting it forward as quickly as they can and trying to get men forward. Very little time to play slick football now. It's desperation and can they get a goal?
Well, Fulham's victory obviously at Villa Park was a fantastic performance, but when you think of the international experience and the money that has been spent on Fulham's team, although they are in Division 2, I would still rate this as a bigger achievement if Oxford United can beat Chelsea tonight. There's Babayaro. Di Matteo. Wise thought about another shot. Chipped it forward, headed away by Gilchrist. Oxford trying to get as many men behind the ball as they can now. Only Kevin Francis is left upfield. Viali joins the attack, but Oxford get it clear. Remy. Kevin Francis is long leg won't carry him back quickly forward.
Don't need to, Alan. You just need to get the ball up there.
We are into the last minute of what could be a famous FA Cup upset here at the Manor Ground.
Well, Michael Dubry's rushed forward, played the ball and gone on to join it. Flag's gone up. So far forward, Michael Dubry got himself offside.
And Chelsea, twice winners of the FA Cup. They lifted the trophy only 2 years ago. Winners of 4 major trophies in the last 20 months or so are on the brink here of one of the biggest cup upsets for years, I would suggest, against a team who were almost out of business just a couple of months ago, who had to sell 2 of their best players just to survive and pay the wage bill. The players' union are actually paying these players still because the club can't afford to. That's the kind of desperate straits that Oxford United are in. £14 million in debt, and yet they could be about to beat the top team in the Premiership. We're into stoppage time.
4 minutes. I just looked at the referee. He signalled to the 4th official. It's not quite there. A little bit of work to do. The 4 minutes have gone up. The crowd don't like it. That's what they're booing, Alan. Would you believe it?
Well,
the 4 minutes have gone up.
That must seem like about an hour at this stage.
But I looked at Mike Reid closely. He signalled to 4th official, get the 4-minute board out.
Goal-back crosses. Dubry comes in to meet the header, beat Kevin Francis to it, but couldn't beat the goalkeeper.
I'd just leave Michael Dubry up there now. There's no point in him defending. He's a big lad, leave him there. Maybe just to get on the end of something like this. Isn't quite got a good header on it. But I said things have to go your way. Certain people have to play well for Malcolm Short and team to win. The goalkeeper and the 2 centre-backs in particular. And all 3, I don't want to jinx them now, but all 3 have been absolutely outstanding, Alan. Outstanding.
Foul by Francis on Dubry. Not there. Babayaro will have to take it further back as the fans literally bite their nails in anticipation. Laberge swings it forward towards Vialli over his head. Nichols in behind him. Knew it was going behind for a corner. Settles for that. All hands on deck now for Oxford United and indeed for Chelsea. Almost everyone crowding forward into that penalty area. And Kevin Francis knocks it clear. Laberge straight back into the crowd. And the referee's pointing to the penalty spot. The challenge by Kevin Francis. And referee Reid has given a penalty. And Oxford United cannot believe it.
Well, that's incredible. Kevin Francis sees the ball. I think he wins the ball. I don't think that's a penalty. I think Francis goes there, the ball breaks down. As it comes down there, Kevin Francis, to me, takes the ball. And Vialli goes down. I don't think it's a penalty. I don't think it is.
Well, isn't it incredible? When they met 5 years ago, Oxford missed a penalty that would have been then a replay in the last few minutes. Now they face a penalty in stoppage time, and Frank Leboeuf has never missed from the spot. 14 out of 14 penalties successfully converted since he joined Chelsea. Make that 15 out of 15, and make that now, surely, a Stamford Bridge replay.
Well, isn't it amazing? Very coolly taken from Leboeuf. Goalkeeper guesses the right way, but it's right in the corner. He doesn't save it. Well, not for the first time does Mike Reid help Chelsea on their way in an FA Cup run. I remember at Stamford Bridge, a very contentious decision against Leicester went Chelsea's way. I think that's a poor decision from the referee.
And perhaps the only man in Oxford with a smile now will be their financial director.
It's been a great night for them all, no matter what. So close to glory. They've performed so well.
Gutting for them, it really is. It's not over yet either.
The Chelsea have kept going. They haven't been at their best by any stretch of the imagination. And that 4 minutes of stoppage time, well, crucial.
As Cook gets it forward to Kevin Francis, the hero for so many of these Oxford fans, but unwittingly the villain in that one moment when referee Reed decided that his challenge on Vialli was worthy of a penalty, even though he won the ball. A free kick to Oxford. Was there yet another late twist of drama here, as there was, of course, at Old Trafford yesterday. And De Hoy has lost it. Tate needs a bit of help. He gets it back from Remy. The challenge by Di Matteo. We must be almost there now.
Well, look back, we'll think back to that chance that Oxford had at 1-0. A glorious opportunity to go 2 up.
Remy launches a final long throw into the box. Babayaro turned back in again by Gilchrist. Windass couldn't get on the end of it. And De Hoy drop kicks it clear. Robinson pumping it back in again. This is Babayaro. The referee just had a look at the watch. And it's all over here. And Chelsea, by the skin of their teeth, have rescued their FA Cup campaign. And Oxford United will feel, with some justification, hard done by tonight. They played so well, but as ever, the man in black made the crucial decision. And that decision was a penalty kick in stoppage time for the Premiership leaders. Leboeuf swept it away, a pressure penalty, but he hit it home. And because of that, the teams will go to a replay. And the two managers in a very friendly handshake right at the end. Dean Windass thought he had scored the goal that was going to give Oxford United a place in the next round and a visit to Sheffield Wednesday, and for so long it looked that way. The home fans were utterly convinced, that's for sure. But at the end of the piece, in this fantastic game that we all love so much, the drama was yet to be played out. The penalty kick and a replay, the outcome. The key moments of the game. Early on in the second half, Dean Windass with an accurate little near post header. The joy of the goal scorer, clear to see and understand. 4 minutes was the referee's signal. That's how much stoppage time was left when Francis made that admittedly clumsy, but nonetheless clean tackle on Vialli. The penalty swept home by Frank Leboeuf. And at least Oxford United, in what must be a moment of utter disappointment for them, can look back on great pride with what they've achieved here tonight. And at least there's some more much-needed money coming into the bank account. The final score, Oxford United 1, Chelsea 1.
That's no consolation, is it? They were so close. And once again, we'll be talking about the referee. Still to come tonight, over on Sky Sports 1 now, it's wrestling, the WWF Royal Rumble. Here at 10:15, it's the Sports Centre, followed at 10:30 by our football phone-in. Anything you want to get off your chest, give us a call. 0660 100 200 is the number that will get you through. And coming up over on Sky Sports 3 tonight from 10 o'clock, it's golf, the start of a new series of golf. Football coming up this week. Tomorrow night it's Sunderland against Leicester. That's the Worthington Cup semi-final first leg, of course. 7:30 on Sky Sports 2. Stoke play Manchester City Friday night at 7. Birmingham play Bradford Sunday at midday. Both those games on Sky Sports 2. And on 1, our Super Sunday match this week comes from Highbury. 3 o'clock start for Arsenal against Chelsea, who you have to say have got out of jail tonight big time. 1-0 Oxford led. 4 minutes of time added on by our referee, and in that 4 minutes, Chelsea got the equaliser. 0660 1122 33 is the number for man of the match. Keep the calls coming. And there's a stunned acceptance about the man of ground, but gee, big decision that. Next, the reaction. (1-1). 17 attempts Chelsea, 6 on target. Leboeuf's penalty equaliser deep into time added on. Dean Windass, the scorer for Oxford United. They must be sick to the stomach. They've done everything and more, haven't they? Francis and Robinson booked. Not that that matters a great deal. Maybe it does for Robinson. Having said that, as Alan said, he could be suspended for the replay now. Possession, Chelsea's all the way. Action areas, Chelsea all the way. So you could argue on the basis of what they've done, they deserve to get something out of it, but it's a big decision by our referee. Big decision. And we're left talking about the ref again. 26% of our callers tonight with votes for Elliot Jackson, the keeper. 4 for Watson. Dean Windass has stormed it. 20% amongst the others. And here is George Gavin with some of the Oxford heroes.
OK, guys, 1-1's a great result, but you must feel as though you're being robbed, do you?
Personally, yeah. I mean, hopefully it'll show up on your TV monitors later on, but, you know, where did the ball go? I mean, you know, what else can we say without getting in trouble with referees in the FA? So,
well, what did you feel about the tackle that you made?
Well, I wouldn't have gone in for it if the ball wasn't there. I mean, I played the ball went out for a throw-in, I think. Never mind a corner. And as they do, like, you know, they've gone down, he's rolled a little bit. Referees fell for it, give it him.
Did you believe he gave a penalty?
Quite honestly, no. I mean, like, because he seemed to pause for a little bit, and then, like, he's pointing to the spot, and, you know, I'm thinking, well, what for? He's give a free kick against them. And he's like, yeah, well, I didn't say any more, mate, to be honest.
Unbelievable. Dean, you put them ahead, and Oxford stayed there for so long, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought I was going to win it, to be honest with you. 2 minutes left on the clock, and they get the penalty, but, you know, full credit to the boys. They've worked hard on it, you know. To be fair, we should have won the game, but that's football for you.
Did you think you're in the next round?
Yeah, I did actually, yeah. As you say, we've worked so hard, you know, it's disappointing because we worked hard all game, you know, and then obviously they get the penalty at the end, but, you know, it happened yesterday as well, you know, so, never mind, we'll have to fight another day.
Elliot, I spoke to you in the week, and I thought you were a bit nervous when I spoke to you, but you didn't show any nerves out there at all, did you?
No, not really. I mean, as soon as we settled in, I mean, just enjoyed it, really. I mean, the boys were magnificent. I mean, I didn't have hardly anything to do, 2 or 3 saves. And I mean, it's just gutting when something like that happens.
And Dean, this is a replay for you. Financially, for the club, what does it mean?
Yeah, obviously for the club, it's very important. The club wanted the wage draw anyway, so they've got that now anyway. But as you say, we'll look forward to going there, and, you know, we'll probably do well again.
You should be celebrating in there, but it'll be a bit like a wake now, won't it?
Yeah, as you say, I'm gutted, you know, to be quite honest with you, George. But as you say, it carries on and you play again.
Kevin, you glad to be back and out there for the first time this season?
Yeah, it's been a long, hard slog, like getting back. You know, I've gone through quite a lot to get myself back. Like, you know, reasonable standard of playing again. Gaffy's showing faith in me on the bench, and I'm just pleased to be out there, pleased to be back.
Elliot, do you think you have a chance in the replay? Well, is it gone now?
Well, the way we played tonight, I think we've definitely got a chance. I mean, we controlled the game for the majority of it, so definitely.
For a club going out of business, apparently, you're on the verge of it, Dean. You held them all the way, didn't you? You were equal to them.
Yeah, we passed the ball about, but the main thing, we worked hard, you know, and competed, and that was what we said before the game. You know, if we just work hard and compete, you know, you might get a goal, and that's what we did. But at the end,
you've talked about being in the shop window, haven't you? That was a good performance by yourself, and especially the nice
yeah, obviously, you know, it's nice to get a goal, you know, but, you know, as you say tonight, it's more important, you know, to probably get the result. But as you said, I keep saying I'm gutted, you know, because for the club, because we should have been in the next round.
Anyway, your man the match, the AXA man the match. Kevin, if you can give that to Dean. Well done, well played. Another game.
Cheers, Matt. Cheers.
Just won't taste very good tonight, will it? Jason Haynes from Oxford wins the replica man of the match jersey. 1-1. Let's go straight back downstairs and hear from Malcolm Shotton, and he's with George again.
Malcolm, you should be feeling proud, but is there a feeling of disappointment rather now?
Yeah, I'm obviously very, very proud of the players. They've done themselves justice in front of the TV cameras again. Disappointed for them that we've only come away with a draw. Financially for us is a massive, massive bonus. But I think we deserved a little bit more than the 1-1 draw.
Do you think you deserved the win?
I'm very biased, yeah.
There would have been no fluke if you'd have won the game.
No, I mean, to be fair, I mean, you know, they've had a couple of half chances. We've had a couple of good chances there, and you know, on balance of play, I think we deserved it.
When you got the lead and held on to it for so long, did you think you were in the next round?
I think when you get that close, you know, you're just hoping and praying that the whistle does come. You know, I haven't seen the penalty. It'll be very interesting to see it when I do.
Well, we can show you an angle of the penalty. Kevin Francis on Luca Vialli.
I think he's took the ball.
Here it is again, have a look.
The boys have defended brilliant, and I think he's took the ball.
You don't think he's come from behind a little bit?
I think he's come from the side, but I think if the referee's got any angle, he sees him coming from the side.
Difficult to talk about referees' decisions, but do you think you would have got that in your favour at the other end?
No.
had a hard time tonight, haven't you, really?
I'm going to bite my tongue here. Yes.
But can you use this as a platform now? You've had such hard times, haven't you? And now you need results in the league. Is this the platform you need?
You would hope so. I mean, you know, we've had a decent run since the turn of the year. The players have worked very, very hard. We've got down to basics, and you know, we've gone from there. The players have responded well to what I've asked of them, and you know, we need now to get results in the league.
What are the players like in there at the moment?
Very disappointed that we've not got the win, but you know, we would have took that much before the game. If somebody said, yeah, we'll have a 1-1 draw, then we would have been happy with that. But you know, we can see the disappointment of the lads' faces, and myself as well for them.
But financially, have the directors been in to say thank you?
I should think they will be very soon if they're not already there.
Malcolm, all the very best. Thanks very much.
Thanks, George. Thank you.
Just thinking, it's such a shame, isn't it, in a democracy that the managers can't say what they want to in situations like that. Very dignified, Malcolm Shotton. Say straight away, not Chelsea's fault. You'll take it. Anybody would in the same circumstances, but that's tough, Jim, isn't it? That's very tough tonight.
Well, they were cheated, to be honest. I feel really sorry for the club and Malcolm and the boys. I thought they were just cheated, and the decision was an absolute disgrace.
From a catalogue, really, a throw-in that perhaps wasn't theirs in the first place, a corner that I think you had some doubts about.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Is there a touch there?
If you'd have had my haircut, it wouldn't have been.
If there was a touch, it was a hair's breadth, wasn't it? Quite literally.
Very harsh decision.
And then from the corner, Chelsea did their job, kept it in there.
Well, he's played the ball. The big fella's played the ball. Got tied on. He's not gone from the back. The referee's probably a little bit.
Well, he's a little to the left, and he's just reported to us that he had a perfect view and felt that Francis came through him. There he is. Look, you just see him to the left of the screen.
Yeah, that's a typical referee's reply. He didn't look through him. He played the ball. The first guy to play the ball was Francis.
Churlish to point out again that it's the same ref that gave the penalty against Leicester, isn't it? But it was the same ref that did, and it's in those circumstances, if there's any doubt, can you? Do you have to be absolutely 110% sure when it's such a big decision as that?
Well, I think so, yes. I think you can get... you can always get it wrong, but I mean, if there's any doubt whatsoever, you've got to go on the defenders' behalf, you know, not the attackers. And the ball... I mean, he was going away from the goal also. It's not as if he's going at goal. So that makes it an even harder decision.
Here we are, look, Mike Reid looking at it, who says he was absolutely 100%, Jim, no doubt in his mind. And he also says not so many Oxford players protested, but I think we saw one or two, didn't we?
I think we did. I think they were absolutely gutted. They couldn't believe he had give it. That's why they probably didn't demonstrate as they did, and they knew that that was it, a draw.
They've had the chance as well, haven't they? Going to the bridge is a tall order, isn't it?
A very tall order, yeah. I mean, I thought they had a little chance tonight, but I was disappointed with Chelsea, to be honest. And I thought Oxford did extremely well, and they had two great chances, Francis.
To wrap it up second half. Yeah. I mean, it was a great night. There's no two ways about that. 9,000 in, and it sounded at different times like 90,000, such was the atmosphere. 2.5 from the bridge made the journey just up the M40. Big night for a club going nowhere in recent weeks, but tonight, 11 heroes and more. And as you said, chances galore in many respects. And that was an early one, wasn't it?
I thought it was as good as a chance there was. Well, not quite as fancy as it was a great chance.
Frank Leboeuf tried his luck earlier. But you have to pay credit to Chelsea and say they're a very resolute, very determined side that don't like losing right now. They haven't lost, have they?
No, they haven't lost, but I mean, I think that was more to do with the referee than to do with Chelsea.
Dean Windass in the first half, close. Zola, very close. Keeper did well, didn't he? We wondered before, the keeper did very well.
He did extremely well. He went the right way for the penalty. He deserved a little bit of luck to get that one out. A good
half a chance, wasn't it, near post? And they have matched them. You said at half-time you were concerned that maybe they weren't mixing it up enough. They played football all night, Oxford, didn't they?
They did extremely well, and I thought they showed a bit more aggression.
There's the goal.
Once they got the goal, you know, to make sure that Chelsea didn't play. It was a great goal.
Why is there nobody on that near post?
Well, we all have different methods, and some do leave that near post empty. And I would think that they might have spotted that in their scouting reports and gone for that kind of ball in.
Anybody on there chests that down there, don't they? And strokes it away, but they're up against it now, playing uphill quite literally as well.
The keeper needed to be good. Oxford needed to be big 10 minutes after the goal, and they were, weren't they?
Very much so.
And still they kept plugging away.
Yeah.
We said 2 great chances.
Was that a penalty?
Well, you know, we all felt there was something going on there, didn't we? Maybe started outside the box,
Right.
but look.
That's behind.
That's a penalty, is it?
Yes.
Not given.
Now this is the one. Oh.
If he doesn't score, there's a second opportunity, but they went begging, didn't they?
It was a great opportunity.
But still, Chelsea kept plugging away. This is a tremendous challenge, isn't it?
A great challenge. I thought he did very well, Watson. I didn't know the boy, but I thought he did very well.
Both centre-backs.
And Gilchrist, yeah.
In fact, you look around that Oxford team, and there really wasn't a weak link, was there?
No, they did it. All of them did it. They should be very proud of themselves.
So why are they struggling in the league?
I don't know.
4 minutes. Where did that come from? And let's have another look. It's a moment that turns your season. Turns your future if you're Oxford United in many respects.
They'll be happy with the replay in all fairness financially, but I just felt...
But not tonight, you're not,
No,
are you? And you're
no.
probably not when you go, because you look back on it and think we were so close. And Sheffield Wednesday's not a bad game anyway, is it?
No, it's another away game with a big gate, yeah.
A man for a moment like that, Frank Leboeuf, as sure as you like. Keeper was close.
He wasn't bad, he went the right way.
A good penalty though, isn't he?
Well, he's never missed one, I believe.
So, a revised draw, no change after that tonight. Sheffield Wednesday still awaiting the winners. Our live game in the next round is Newcastle against Blackburn on the Sunday, and a week on Tuesday, our replay is Wimbledon against Spurs. Tottenham Wimbledon, White Hart Lane, week Tuesday. And Sheffield Wednesday will have to wait, because Oxford United and Chelsea have to go at it again. And you fear for them now, don't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think, you know, and I think Chelsea will know that they've got out of jail and they'll feel very confident. But it'll be a big payday, and I think at the end of the day, you know, they would have settled for that. I mean, I feel sad for them tonight because it's further glory, and but as they said, as Wynne says, they're still in there, and they could surprise Chelsea again, but I obviously doubt.
Well, they did surprise them with the goal, and by the way, if they were going to sell Windass, perhaps the advice is hang on for a couple of weeks, eh?
Well, they'll have to do now.
Because that's a good goal, isn't it? They needed it, and he played well all night.
I thought they all played well, but we supposedly get in trouble, and we all nearly every game now we're talking about referees. And when we started playing and reverse managing, when you never recognised the referee or knew the referee, you knew you had a good referee, and they had a problem at the moment.
Let's have another look then. 1-0 Oxford United. Kevin Francis. Well, this is the challenge. That's the challenge that Leboeuf was caught with, isn't it? Which I think, as Andy said in commentary in real time, it was impossible to make a decision about, wasn't it? But
no.
Oxford broke with a real chance here, didn't they?
Yeah.
One or the other.
If he'd have used his tackle on that one, he would have gone in, wouldn't it? Instead of getting a penalty. He needed the tackle there, not the trap.
But they were so close. Braves all of it. The keeper has excelled himself, hasn't he? Absolutely excelled himself all night. Look at this from Dennis Wise. Great hit. It's in. But then it's not. And we wondered, because he's a young man with not too much playing experience, but he rose to the occasion here, didn't he?
I think if that penalty hadn't been given and he got a clean sheet, he would have been the hero tonight. And I feel very sorry. As I say, I keep saying I feel very sorry, but I just don't believe you should give them decisions. I don't.
We'll come back to it. Let's hear from Chelsea's goal scorer, Frank Leboeuf, with George Gavin.
Frank, we have a saying in England about getting out of jail. Is that what Chelsea did tonight?
Yeah, really. I think we didn't really deserve to draw that game, and I think Oxford played better than us. So what we are lucky. We are lucky against Coventry, but we have to play better. We know that. It's only our fault, and we know we have to improve our football. But
it's maybe a sign when you are so lucky. You will win something at the end of the season, so we'll see.
You've had some time away in Tenerife. Was there a sense of leaving some of your best form away, abroad?
Yeah, I wasn't, because I had a game with the national team, but I don't know if it was a good thing, because before leaving we had a bad game, and we came back and we had a bad game either, so I don't know if it was a very good thing, but we'll see at the end of the season. Maybe in 2 months' time we'll be really fit. We'll see.
Did you have a view of the penalty at all?
Yes, I was just front of Luca, and he seemed to be the defender behind Luca kicked his foot instead of kicking his the ball. I didn't think he did on purpose, but my opinion, my point of view was a penalty.
You took some stick tonight from the crowd, but actually one of our replays showed that you actually took some studs in your knee. That must have hurt.
Yeah, you know, it's that's football. You know, you play. I tackle. I remember my tackle. My tackle was hard, but what I didn't accept is he waited for my tackle and tackle above me. But the worst thing is when I saw the manager saying to him, "It was very well done," and I can't accept that. You know, I know in Oxford you have many intelligent people. You know. But you have also some stupid persons. So I'm very sorry to have seen that. I'm very sorry for football.
Frank, all the best. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Jim is absolutely astounded. Okay, we won't get a reaction to that, Jim, just at the moment. He's raging here, Jim. Let's go outside and see what they think about it outside the stadium.
Yeah, I thought we'd had it, and then, you know, the referee's just made a terrible decision. The ball's gone at the ball's gone at the corner flag. The ball's gone to the corner flag, and he's given a penalty. You know, we deserve to do it. We are not a division. We're Premier League standard. If they're champions,
It was like it all game. The Arley, Wise, the wind blew, and they went down. That's how it was. The referee gave it all the time.
Well, maybe it wasn't quite as bad as that, but you can understand their annoyance having seen their team get so close tonight, and then Chelsea got back in it with the equaliser from LeBeuf. It's a very difficult thing to accept, isn't it? But they have the replay. If there is anything that they can clutch out, they have a replay. They have an opportunity to make a few bob, but, and it's a big but, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I didn't expect them to do as well as they did tonight, so they might surprise, but the one certain thing to look forward to is a big payday.
Hey, a few years back they went to Leeds, remember, in a replay, and they won, I think, a 4th round tie there, so
correct.
Maybe why not?
I don't think so, but I hope so.
This is why they're upset. Let's have another look, and I think the referee's seen it once or twice since we've been looking at it as well. Now have a look. Ball first, or the man?
The ball, I mean, oh.
Maybe he's watching now. But it's too late, of course.
The ball. The ball, I mean, to be fair, he's a centre forward, and he didn't really need to make that tackle. Because
no, you'd have to make that point as well, that's fair.
Vialli's going out of the, well, back to the goals, and he could have jockeyed him and held him up. But he actually went side on and he played the ball.
We were down in that dugout a little bit earlier. It's a place you know very well, of course. Malcolm Shotton has lived every moment of the 94 or more that we've had tonight. Just look at the various reactions of a manager who was enjoying his night initially, and then played every ball, jumped every jump, celebrated his goal, look. And he knew at this point, Jim, we're close, come on. Is that the penalty? Get it out. Oh no.
No.
Oh no. Oh no. Very dignified, I think, tonight, the manager, Malcolm Shotton. He's taken that on the chin, hasn't he?
Took it very well, better than I thought he would. I saw him a few weeks ago going to nearly strangle the referee on one decision down here, but that's to do with points. I thought he took it very well. I had him, he's my skipper when I was a manager, and he's a great character, and he was a marvellous captain, and I think he's going to turn out to be a very good manager.
Steer the club through a crisis. Are they coming out the other side, do you think, with performances like that?
Well, we hope so, but to be fair, it's the money men, not the footballers or the managers. If they don't get the money to get rid of that debt or the new stadium, they're in trouble. Serious trouble.
Latest cup odds. Let's check before we go. Well, no surprise to see Manchester United 5-2 favourites, the Holders at 7-2, Chelsea 5-1, and Leeds, who are in some form right now, at 14-1. Newcastle, who host our 5th round side, 14-1. Derby County with Tottenham, 16s, Jim. Blackburn Rovers who go to Newcastle with Coventry, Everton and Sheffield Wednesday. The outsiders there at 20-1. And further back, the Dons, 33-1, Wimbledon. Gee, that's long odds, isn't it, for Wimbledon?
Good bet, I would have thought.
Oxford United, of course, the outsiders. Came very, very close tonight, did themselves proud. I think you've enjoyed your night, frustrated with the outcome, but you've enjoyed your night, I hope, Jim.
Well, yeah, as I said, it's always great, and it's always great to see a cup ties on the lights, and we've had everything, you know, probably needed a few more goals, but the referees have come out as on top again.
Right, we'll have a chat in a moment when we're off the air and you can tell us what you really think. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it. Sky Sports Centre next tonight on Sky Sports 2, followed by You're on Sky Sports. 0660 100 200 is the number to get through. If you live in Oxford, call us.